Thanos was right.
Yes, he was. Thanos was right. Welcome to another episode of, I don't know, I guess this is still the movie club, but on Wednesdays we talk about Hawkeye because that's what's coming out right now, and all things MCU. And if DC ever does anything worth talking about, well, which they did this week, and we are going to talk about it quickly. Neither of you watched the new trailer, did you?
I didn't even know there was one.
Did you watch the new Batman trailer?
I've seen it before, yeah.
The one that came out today?
Oh, no.
Okay. Or yesterday or whatever. So I'll talk briefly about that one. But for right now, we're going to start off with
Thanos did nothing wrong.
So yes, welcome to the Stay Lifted Movie Club, where we talk about all things Marvel, movies, geekdom, anything really. If you've got something you want to talk about, feel free to hit us up and we will talk about it. But this evening we're starting off with Hawkeye, which this week's episode starts off with another perspective of the snap, which...
Again, big spoilers. We're talking about the newest...
Yes, the newest episode. You're going to get
today.
spoiled, and then we're going to give theories also. So yes, for anybody watching, spoilers. Yeah, we start off with the Yolanda's perspective of the snap, which I really like that we keep going back to these two nexus points in time with these shows, which is 2012 and I guess it would be 2019.
The date said 18, and it made me realize, man,
18,
we really are almost 5 years from that point.
Oh yeah, like we're catching up to Marvel, which is currently in 2024. Marvel is just a couple years ahead of us.
It's like 2 weeks till 2022. How scary is that?
But it was neat from this perspective. We saw it entirely from Yolanda's perspective instead of seeing an empty space being replaced with someone when we saw Photon. Monica Rambeau, what happened, like how it happened to her.
So again, spoilers, but when she leaves the bathroom after coming back from the snap, and then she sees the person she's pointing a gun at her, wouldn't she be like, oh crap, this assassin person I know is here to kill me? Instead of like, hey, what are you doing in my house? I haven't seen you in 5 years.
Oh yeah, that was completely a forced interaction that didn't need to happen that way. Like,
and I was wondering about the physics of her coming back because the paint changed in that way. I'm like,
yeah, that was a weird. Like, did you think that was a little too jarring? Like, she wouldn't have seen the paint change. Her perspective wouldn't have been from white to green. It would have been
unless
green.
This is giving the benefit of the doubt of it was the effect Thanos used when he would manipulate reality and it would melt away that way.
But then we're saying Tony added this effect because that's the snap that he did, returning everybody.
Well, it's the nature of the power of the Infinity Stones.
Oh, maybe. I can get down with that.
Because I get they're not really following real physics rules.
Oh, of course they are. Everything in Marvel is perfectly acceptable and real. So after she comes back, like what I like this. Okay, so Anna, this girl that is a Black Widow assassin and the only one that wasn't under mind control and made her own money, apparently, which is weird that they hadn't already encountered this. Because if they'd encountered this before, they would have approached her differently, right? Like, been like, hey, Anna, are you a crazy one? Or are you good? Like, do you need the smoke? You know what I mean? Like,
they ruined her $20,000 carpet.
Oh, that was even grosser. I'm glad that carpet got ruined. Screw that carpet.
She'll replace it with a $30,000.
Oh, exactly. She is a rich wasp. But Yolanda's like, literally, Yolanda's like, you're bitch. I just got back after losing 5 years, and that was 5 seconds for me. I don't care about whether I can make money right now. Like, I just want to know who's alive and dead and what the fuck happened. Like, why am I gone? Why am I back?
I don't know why the show in particular made me think about the reality of the snap coming back and what it would be like.
And again, with the snap, as we're speaking about it, Thanos was right.
Like everyone, the whole world would be so confused for if not an hour, at least a few days.
Oh yeah, like it would be anarchy
Everywhere.
which I think was what they're trying to tell us, right? Like when we look at I don't want to get to there yet, but I was about to jump to that. Let's talk about Spider-Man Homecoming, where the Falcon made his break as a villain by using the technology he had still and then stealing more from.
He was using it to steal.
Yeah, but he was using it to also make weapons to sell to people.
Right.
So, like, I mean, they tried to make the Falcon a slightly not Falcon, sorry, the Vulture, a slightly sympathetic bad guy.
Batman.
Yeah, Batman. They tried to make Batman a sympathetic bad guy, but I'm like, yeah, but I mean, he could have used it for any other purpose. Like, he made jets. He could have been like the best construction crew because he had better technology. Like, I mean, he could have done other things and made weapons.
I guess maybe that's the most lucrative.
Well, I get it, and that's why he thinks he's just as justified as Tony Stark for having new technology.
Like, if you're selling something valid or legal, they're gonna have questions. Like, we need to inspect this. Where'd you get? Like, this is insane. How did you get this? Whereas if he's just selling it on the black market, there's no question. So what are you going to sell on the black market?
True enough, but I mean, that's still yay evil company. And like, I just mean he had the power to do something a little different because he seemed to be a moral person, and then just took a left turn. Like, fuck it, screw the world, doesn't matter. I'm
doing what Tony Stark did. Yeah.
Try this one, right? It whistles.
I was admiring how beautiful it is before you got
nice,
here. It whistles. Now I like it even more.
I wanted to break your thing, but like most dab rigs whistle when you pull hard enough. Because it's a very tiny hole. But I think this one actually does make a really loud sound.
Yeah, like I know Jesse's does the same thing.
Yeah.
Now I'm thinking you could turn it into a musical instrument. So, like if you design a new one.
Do we have to design a new one? We can make like the symphony of the dab rigs.
That's an idea.
So after
letting smoke out of a C or a D,
I really want to see. I really want to see you use this.
I really want to type out a bongo time there, or like throw out the bongo time.
I guess we need both. Right? We need a dab and a bongo in the future.
You're a designer and that stuff, so get the dab time going.
Right. I will get that for a minute.
Here you go, bud. Pull away. Fine. Just meant hit this, but yes, we definitely need chat nodes as well.
Oh, I kind of missed it, but I mean, you have to do another one.
Bull.
Yeah, it's totally whistling. I love it. It's like almost like a train or something. Not at all.
I guess this one, no.
You have to have a small enough hole.
It's just the right shape.
I wonder if it's just the broken fucking. If it's just this thing being broken.
Maybe. Yeah, that's
Let
really
that cool down a minute. Is there a bag of things that look like wooden ear things, Q-tips, right there?
Not that I see.
Nope, just a bag of weed. All right. I don't think I have any other Q-tips or cleaning things down here at the moment, so I'm just gonna let that dry out, cool down, and I'll just add more to it, and we'll clean it later. Yeah. So after that, we then cut to Kate Bishop.
Oh, actually, because I didn't even ask Ryan. Did you like the episode?
Oh yeah, it was awesome. I definitely was pumped about the end of the cell phone that we got excited over.
This is why I didn't just ask that. I was gonna show it by point by point.
Big time spoilers, yes.
Yeah, I really enjoyed the episode for sure. And kind of tied up some loose ends, and now looking forward to Spider-Man.
Would you say this was better than most episodes, or average, or?
It was kind of like, I'd say more the climax. Like, we kind of found out what was going on the whole season and why Clint was doing what he's doing and hiding his family and all this. So I could just, tied up loose ends. In the 6th, we're going to see
thank you.
Kingpin going after it. It's probably going to tie into that Echo that we're going to get a season 2 next year that's already been announced, right?
Well, I feel like we figured out why he was hiding his family and about all that in the Ultron movie. This was just more, and I think Yolanda we'll just jump into there. I think Yolanda points out the best point of it all, that Clint's not really there to save her.
Yeah,
he's there to hide his family and save himself.
Agreed.
Which my favorite line in the whole episode is, what does that even mean? What does that word even mean? To be an Avenger. Like that's such a beautiful line, which as we jump way forward into the episode, Yolanda has a nice sit down dinner and girls' night with Kate Bishop where she tries to discuss the validity of who Clint Martin is, and the reality is he is an assassin, as is she, was Natasha. So I mean, her piousness is a little unfounded given she's the exact same thing as him. But yeah, she's a little hard on him given what she does for a living also. But I guess she's never done it outside of being under control, right? So she's just getting into the game of kill for hire, or at least that's what they make it seem like. So maybe she has a right to be a little higher and mightier because she was under mind control.
I haven't watched it three times like you, so I need to go back and.
Well, I mean, you saw her bitch about Clint for 20 minutes and talk about like how bad Clint was for everything, and he's the devil and he kills everybody, and that's true. But so does Yolanda, so does Natasha. So I feel like she was just being kind of, myopic and not. No, she just wasn't being nice about it, which I don't expect her to be nice, but I thought she could have been easier won over in those moments. But I'm guessing now that she knows it was Kate Bishop's mom and the Kingpin's involved.
I did not see that coming. I was very happy and like, oh my god.
Serious? You saw that coming, right?
Oh yeah.
It was clearly she's been the evil one the whole time.
Yeah.
Like the second we saw how goofy this dude was, I kind of thought that he was a scapegoat.
Yeah.
And then you find out, wow, she fucked him, and that's awesome.
I meant before this episode, I didn't think she was going to be a bad guy.
Oh, I did the whole time.
Yeah,
She's
she
Lorraine.
killed her father.
She's Lorraine Warren. She investigates from the Conjuring series. She's the actress that plays Lorraine Warren.
What bearing does that have on Hawkeye?
That's why I didn't suspect her, because she's a beloved character to me who's a good person. She can't be the bad person.
I mean, I'm guessing that in the business world, she's Kingpin second.
I don't know.
Or are they going to pull a Mandarin and she's the Kingpin?
No, they can't do that for this character.
They said that about Mandarin.
Knowing that most likely they're going to change that later, and that he was going to, like, in the post-credit scene, it shows that he was a patsy.
Who is a patsy?
The Mandarin. The actor.
Yes.
But the post-credit scene of that movie shows that there's a real Mandarin and he's pissed off.
Right.
So they didn't do that to the Mandarin. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah, but it still wasn't.
They're not going to do Kingpin dirty. Trust me.
Okay.
They can't. He's cool. He's everyone's bad guy in New York.
Whatever the Marvel movie was the end again?
He hasn't been in.
He hasn't been in any.
Oh yes, he was. He was in the Daredevil, the Matt Damon Daredevil movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was in the Matt Damon Daredevil movie. But
Colin Farrell?
What?
What are you talking about?
Yeah, he was Bullseye.
Kingpin. You're asking
Kingpin was
which
in one of
movie
those
he was
movies.
in.
Oh no, I meant who was the Mandarin in? Because he was in another Marvel movie, right?
Iron Man.
Iron Man 3. 2.
Yeah, but they made fun
3.
of him for it.
And Shang-Chi.
Thank you. That's what it was. Shang-Chi.
Yeah, Trevor.
Yeah, and he made fun of his
Trevor
character in Iron 3.
I don't know his last name. His name's Trevor.
Yeah, Trevor Scottsbury, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, something like that. And he has that little thing that doesn't have a face that flies.
Oh god, what was its name? Shit, I forgot.
I have to watch Shang-Chi, yeah.
I've watched it several times, and I'm blanking on the name.
You mean the product placement?
Yeah.
The kid's toy?
It wasn't even. I wanted to find it cute, but I didn't find it cute. It kind of looked like a butt.
Butt with wings.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think one of the most recent and well-known, like, hey, we just made a product for kids to buy, is the little penguin-looking fuckers from Star Wars.
Oh, Porgs.
So you know why they're there, though, right? Because
Like
where
for
they
little
shot
kids.
their but not. Do you know why they had to put them there?
Oh, is it penguins and they CG'd them?
No, they're another kind of bird though that doesn't fly. That are native to where they shot that scene, and they needed to put something over it, so they put these.
You know what blows my mind is they did all that with porgs, and whatever, porgs are kind of cute. I'm sure they sold a decent amount of toys.
I mean, not minion level toys, obviously.
No. But then with the Mandalorian and Baby Yoda, they completely were unprepared for it and didn't expect it all. They had no merch available. They missed the whole.
Do you know why? Because John Favreau wrote Baby Yoda to be a moralistic conundrum, and didn't think that they would want to market the thing that kept eating extinct creatures and destroying shit.
Oh, but
I didn't watch the second season, but like the first season, okay, you watched both. You didn't watch second season either.
No.
You were like, I'm done. But anyway, so the first season of Mandalorian, which is as far as we can go, unless someone wants.
It was really good though. I don't know why I didn't start season 2.
Why you didn't either?
No.
Oh, none of us did. Like I watched the first episode. I'm like,
it seems to be a common thing that happens.
Apparently, so I might still watch it, but in the first season, they really paint Baby Yoda, which is not Baby Yoda. Fuck, I hate that name.
No, but the first time I ever saw Baby Yoda, it's like that is one of the cutest things I've ever seen. How the fuck did they not have every toy available when they do it for everything else?
I literally just told you. Because in the second episode, he eats an extinct egg, and they thought they would.
Do they have no one competent there working? Like,
yeah. I mean, John Favreau wrote the first fucking season, and
I would be screaming my lungs off, going, "Give me 1% of the stock of these toys!" Like, Jesus Christ, I'll make them myself by hand.
I don't really remember them being caught with their pants down. Like there was
they weren't even
Baby Yoda.
There is now. They like fixed it after the fact.
Right? I guess so. Do you remember there being any shortness of Baby Yoda merch? Like I remember it was in the dollar store, like episode 2.
No, I think they missed the whole season.
Oh. There might be something about that in general. So
I'm sure there's still articles picking it apart because it was mind blowing to me at the time how badly they. It's like you guys do this for fucking everything, and then the one time you hit a grand slam, you got your pants down, you're not ready to run.
I don't remember that specific scenario. So now
it was maddening to me at the time because I was there trying to.
You mean the one time that they didn't obviously go out of their way to over merchandise and
not only just over
wrecks, like drive something into the ground?
You're
like, I'm mad at them now.
I remember trying to look up, okay, what official Baby Yoda products can I buy? And there was fucking nothing. Like their own websites, they were not prepared. They might have had like one stupid thing, like a tea towel that has his face on it. It's like, no, I want a Baby Yoda doll of some kind. I don't care if it's 6 inches, if it's a foot long, if it's like I want a plush Baby Yoda. This preferably to his scale.
Like I know you him like we talk about over marketing and over fucking predatory consumerism and shit. He's over here like, where's my Baby Yoda? Like,
yeah. But it's seriously one of those times, and this doesn't happen to me all the time, but it's like, take my fucking money. I want this thing so bad. I have a Stewie that's approximately Stewie's size. Like, it's great. That's because I love the character. And that thing is one of the cutest science fiction things I've ever seen. And yet they were not ready. Instead, we have warehouses full of Black Widow figurines that keep getting marked down and getting sold.
Yeah, I feel like, why is the world doing Black Widow so dirty here? Like, Black Widow's a great character.
No, she's not. She's boring and not exciting.
She's very exciting. What's not exciting about
She's
Black
a
Widow?
human being that's just tagging along with a bunch of superheroes.
That's what you said about Hawkeye. Now you're loving his show.
Because he's a well-done, entertaining character. She's not. She's a dead Hollywood actress that sued because $20 million wasn't enough for her.
You said you hated Hawkeye as a character before the show.
It was more passionate disinterest. No, you're right. I did kind of hate the character.
The way that I feel about Daredevil.
Yeah.
Passionate disinterest. Speaking of which, since we're just going to jump off of there, the reveal at the end of this show is that Eleanor is working with...
Spoiler.
It's fucking in the title.
People jumping in.
Hawkeye spoilers. The ending is Wilson Fisk is back, and it is Vincent D'Onofrio playing it, and he is somehow connected directly to Eleanor.
We'll say the name of the character. Not everyone knows who Fisk is.
Kingpin. And if you're watching this, you know him from watching, which the other announcement is that this version of Daredevil is officially coming 100% to the MCU, which leaves us up to a whole bunch of conversation about what these two characters mean for the MCU. And never forget, Thanos is right. But the first one we're going to talk about is...
Well, explain to me who that second one is. I'm not sure. Is that Ben Affleck?
I know this is Charlie
Sheen?
Charlie who? No, who's the Daredevil on Netflix? Charlie, I'm forgetting his name.
Charlie Day?
Are you like why are you doing that? Like, come on. But so
I'm doing it for the gram.
Daredevil is officially announced to be coming to the MCU, and of course we got Wilson Fisk at the answer. I'm actually warming up to the idea of Matt Murdock coming in, because with the way they handle the television shows and even the way they handle Netflix, I think they'll handle this well as also.
Is it the same actor from the?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember the actor's name.
Oh, okay,
Charlie.
I don't know this stuff.
Oh, do you really need to know him? All right. Yeah. So both announced, one scene, but I don't know how we're going to get Daredevil. I'm hoping a Hell's Kitchen fight in episode 6.
Do you think they'll bring in their defenders?
Are you asking one of us?
Yeah.
Or or chat.
Which, yeah, I do. I think we're gonna get other Netflix characters because the Punisher's already been announced.
Okay.
As well as, I mean, I don't think I know.
Since you brought up the Punisher. I believe, and I meant to look this up ahead of time, but Garth Ennis, Preacher of the Boys and Cross, my zombie terror comic. I think he did a Punisher run as well.
Oh,
and I think I've been trying to find it online, and I've been having a lot of trouble. But
is that because it doesn't exist? That.
Oh, it exists. I'm just trying to find the best deal on it. I'm sure I can.
Oh, to actually buy a copy.
Well, I just want to find a copy, and I'm having trouble finding the free ones.
Oh, the C's are failing you.
Yeah, I'll get there, but it's been a bit of a journey.
Yeah. So with Daredevil coming in, I definitely think the Defenders are not. I don't think the Defenders are on the table. I think members of the Defenders are on the table to come.
And I don't really know who the Defenders are either.
Did you not watch any of the Netflix shows? Jessica Jones,
yeah,
Luke Cage,
Luke Cage.
Really?
Iron Fist.
Are they going to get the same actors?
Are you serious?
I don't know this stuff.
Oh my god, that's hilarious!
Any previews?
Okay, so
you know what? Don't even tell me. This is cool. Like
now you have to go and watch the Netflix shows.
No,
way too much television. You have to, yeah.
Well, at least Daredevil.
Yeah, you have to watch Daredevil because he's the Daredevil.
You know what? I read the comics as a kid. I have a general idea.
I mean, but people are the actor. Okay,
somebody's gonna have a brilliant 1 hour.
Both of these people have a television show called Daredevil together, and now they're in the MCU. Okay, so all the Netflix shows. Okay,
so wait, was that Vincent D'Onofrio?
Yeah, I'm watching Daredevil.
Yeah,
actor.
Was
he on the show?
Yes,
that's awesome.
That's why I have a picture of him as Kingpin. And a picture of Matt Murdock.
Yeah, he's Daredevil.
I thought these were just publicity.
No, not at all. These are like there's 2 seasons of Daredevil. There's 1 season of Defenders. Wait, 2 seasons of Jessica Jones. 2 seasons of Luke Cage. 2 seasons of Iron Fist. 1 season of Defenders.
The existence of these shows.
Yeah, I don't
3 seasons of Daredevil.
The most popular show, like the Defenders, only got 1 season. They should have did at least.
There was a show called The Defenders.
Yeah, it was like the Avengers level event on Netflix.
This actually kind of sounds all cool. I just never.
It really was like.
Yeah.
Okay, so and I'll be honest, I watched the first couple episodes of Daredevil and went, all right, fuck this shit. I don't need to watch this. And then
I heard
watched
it was good.
Iron Fist. I just never liked Daredevil as a character.
Iron Fist wasn't good.
I love Iron Fist.
First season.
I love both seasons. It was really fun. It's a fun fucking show.
So is he coming to the?
No, I don't think we're gonna see Danny. Danny is Iron Fist. Maybe like he's a really good character. Him and Daredevil are kind of butting heads all the way through the show, but all of these characters fight in and around Hell's Kitchen.
Yeah.
So Luke Cage is in the Bronx.
Gordon Ramsay's in the MCU.
Gordon Ramsay.
Hell's Kitchen.
You know Hell's Kitchen's an area inside the MCU.
You know where he has his reality show. And
Oh,
they
yeah,
compete
Hell's
to,
Kitchen.
And honestly,
to get a job.
I'd imagine, yes, Gordon Ramsay most likely is inside the MCU, DCU, or Marvel. Or
Oh,
Sure,
you're
the
talking
major
about the
contract,
biker run area of New York.
the
at least
Kingpin run area of New York.
back in the day.
Which in the television show, the number one thing you have to know from the television show, if you're honestly not going to watch them, is Kingpin explains throughout 2 or 3 episodes how he took advantage of 2012 and all. Remember when he talks about all taking over Hell's Kitchen after the Avengers did the fight, because he also took technology.
I
and
can't
shit.
help it here. Gordon Ramsay's Hell's Kitchen because I'm such a fan.
I've eaten in his restaurant.
Oh, I'm so jealous. That's on my bucket list.
It was all right. You remember Michelle, the little short, mousy one?
Oh, I don't remember any of the contestants.
Oh, I only watched a couple seasons.
I watched
remember her.
10. I could.
I got to meet her. I've got pictures with her.
That's cool.
I did not order any of the regular dishes from the show. I went completely off because you can order the menu.
Yeah.
I just went it's not a competing Hell's Kitchen. It's just one of their locations.
Yeah. So what do you mean? You just ordered? You made up something?
No. Like I ordered. There's a larger menu than what's on the television show.
Of course.
Or you can order what's exactly
for TV, it's determined by the contest, of course.
No, but every service night's the exact same food.
I imagine it would switch with the chefs.
No, what? Have you ever watched the show? Every service evening is the same thing. It's the beef Wellington, the scallops, the yada yada yada.
I always assume the show nights they just do something special and it's a regular. It's a fancy restaurant.
Yeah, no. But on the television show, they do the same menu for service every night, and you can order that menu or a much larger menu in the restaurants.
Okay, that's kind
But on the show, you can only order those two.
Yes.
I know people that have been there for filming nights, and you don't get your food and there's no service.
Yeah, you wait for hours inside and out, and it's just you're being there for the privilege of being on there for a split second.
But the real Hell's Kitchen we're talking about.
I would totally do it. I'd spend 12 hours there miserable just to be in the background eating my steak or something.
$200 a night. So the real Hell's Kitchen that we're talking about is where Matt Murdock
get a picture in the kitchen.
Daredevil, Kingpin, Luke Cage, a whole bunch of different. Spiderman is even there a lot, which is why Clint Barton being in the Hell's Kitchen area about to fight some more of Kingpin's people is how maybe we get the tie-in with Spider-Man. Now also, spoilers. I didn't bring up a Spider-Man one, so I'll just put this over it. For the Spider-Man one, they leaked or released the opening sequence
of the new movie.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to see it.
Well, I'm going to give a little breakdown of it. It's not too long, but essentially, you remember at the end of the film where he drops off Mary Jane, goes up to the top of the pole, then when you look up, he's revealed, and then it kind of cuts to black. This is that exact same scene reshot, but with new stuff inside it. And then he has to jump down and grab Mary Jane and save her from the weird crowd. They fly off, and that's part of the preview you've seen before where he's web slinging off and stuff.
Oh yeah, you did make me watch that.
It was pretty good though.
I'm excited for Spider-Man.
It's going to be.
I've been excited for a long time, and I don't really care for most of these. I don't get that excited. This and Doctor Strange and Guardians 3, Deadpool 3.
This is literally the biggest thing since Endgame that Marvel's done.
I think you're right. Yeah.
Yeah. You don't think so? You wouldn't put the Sony movie as big as Endgame?
Oh no! I mean, yes, this is going to be massive, but
it literally puts us in Phase 4, doesn't it?
Well, we're already in Phase 4.
Well, it brings us to the next level or whatever it's supposed to do.
The last Spider-Man movie was actually no. For some reason, they count that as the last film of.
I never got that.
This doesn't make any sense. So why is this not the first?
They messed it up like they did with Black Widow.
Yeah.
The timing and where they should release things.
Oh, agreed. In this case, it totally should have been. Oh, it's only 10 after 10. We're already past the episode and moving on.
We can talk about it all night.
Oh yeah, and we will keep coming back to it.
Can talk about nerdy physics stuff too.
And all the real physics inside Marvel. I am going to quickly show one of the new videos we just did around here. And we will be right back. This is Big Boss. This is opening a bag of Big Boss Venom OG with, I think, Bigfoot Portal Crisis in the background.
So yeah, we just killed Zach with their new toy. It's a pen you can get from our sponsor, Mad Dab. Definitely check these out from Unicorn Hunter. It means side piece in a sexist relationship.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. That's
So does that actually not flash?
No.
I'm not gonna fall for that one again. But that was good. Man, you should have saved that for camera.
No.
You got me good though. Whew, I'm still recovering.
It's pretty. It's pretty strong. It's a lot stronger than the other part. Nice thing. This is all I smoked. Pretty much so.
That is good though, but man, like, what the hell is going on with this thing?
Oh yeah. Oh, that's hilarious.
Next time I'll have to ask you to show me that it flashes, and then I'll.
No, yeah, the other ones do flash. This one doesn't.
I know, because that's why I thought that one was gonna flash. But knowing you, I should have known better. That was good though. Thanks.
No worries. Bongo?
You have one. Give me another 30 seconds to recover.
All right, bongo time, everybody. Here we go. We're getting bongo tonight.
You know, you don't have to get any louder, right?
Man, he totally pranked me awesomely, but he did it off camera.
This one doesn't.
He's got his new pen, and he's like, "Here, it's like basically like the other one. Just draw it till it flashes."
Oh.
And I kept drawing and drawing till I couldn't. It was like, yeah, it doesn't flash.
Oh, crap.
In other words, you got pretty high.
Yeah. And that's how I passed out the night of his birthday, too, is he offered me a pen after a huge dab.
Oh, see, that's not very fun.
Well, I took it. It's not his fault.
Damn it, why didn't I bring down any?
Oh, thank you for the notes.
No problem. I just want to clean out the dab rig. All right, well, I'm going to do a dab off this one then. A little cleaner.
Or just get it.
Hmm?
It's okay to go get it.
Oh, I will.
Because, yeah, I know on my birthday you
Stop
had...
the fucking screaming. I'm lazy.
I go up and down my stairs a million times a day.
You hit
Oh,
a
so
big,
do I, but I'm
big
tired.
bowl of Baby Yoda. Baby Yoda breath is what you hit with it, then you cough, and then you
I
came
love
back,
Baby Yoda.
and we gave you a little bit of
Apparently.
zombie because you liked the name.
I don't remember that.
That was
actually.
Barry's zombie.
I said I liked the name.
You
I don't know what
you-
he's
you
talking
like-
about. I was not down here for any of this.
I don't know. Maybe it was high at the time, but I remember you saying, yeah, I got to hit zombie or something to Barry, and then you hit the zombie, and then that was when you were out.
Oh, you're right, because I remember relating it to me reading zombie comics.
Yeah.
Cross by Garth Ennis. It's awesome and disgusting.
But yeah, it was a pretty fun night. Thank you for that, Ian. Everyone.
Some
Oh, yeah.
beautiful live rosin from my boy Canna Moods, Mr. Moods. Oh, look at that. Just get a beauty in there. Oh, now I'm going to die. Oh, I love the shit, but live rosin and resin fucking kill me. Rosin and live rosin kill me.
So, yeah, I don't think that one was.
A little bit of a whistle. Not like the blue one, though. That blue one's beautiful.
It is
Let me
nice.
test the theory.
Okay, so Barry might be right with the cat.
Oh, yeah, it's the cab.
It's definitely the cat.
It's broken.
But I know Jesse had an actual one that whistled. Like,
Well, we were saying
But I would
you could
like
have
to
different
keep
shaped things and turn it into a musical instrument of some sort.
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Oh my god, that's so
Thank you, Liquor Crow.
good. And to our sponsor, Liquid Chrome.
Thanks for that dab through the blue one. It was really good.
Oh, that was delicious. All right, so we were.
Hawkeye?
Yeah, let's talk about that.
There's still more about Hawkeye.
Well, there's tons more to talk about. Well, I'll just keep coming back to the points where we leave off, and then we'll talk about that area.
I don't
and go
remember.
from
Did
there.
anything come up with the costumes?
Yes, twice. They didn't show it to us though.
It was
That'll
just
be the next
mentioned.
episode. Yeah, it's like, hey, I got those costumes got dropped
Yeah.
off. Would you like to see him? He's like, you know I do, just not right now. As he lays back and falls asleep with Pizza Dog. I don't know why I'm drinking the second one of these, but why the fuck not? Let's talk till 2 in the
Let's
morning.
get wild.
You guys can talk for a second.
So Zach, what did you think of the episode of Hawkeye? What was your favorite?
To be
parts
honest,
and dislikes?
I kind of was blank. I watched it in bed, so I was blanking out a little bit during the dialogue scenes. Like some of the big speeches between her and Yolanda.
Okay.
Like I was getting the gist of it, but I'm like, I just want to get to the part where something cool happens. Like spoilers.
But all the cool things were in that conversation.
The Kingpin reveal. Oh, but I knew I was going to watch this episode multiple times, so I'm like, I'll go through the meat of their dialogue later. I just want to get to the fighting and the reveals.
I mean, that conversation was kind of revealing about who they're playing Yolanda to be and the type of character she is, as well as Kate Bishop's arc of understanding that Hawkeye and like,
And I
for her to
appreciate
be an effective hero in the next generation of heroes, like the first episode, she kind of tells you who, or the second episode, she kind of tells you who the heroes have to be next. They have to be real, so on and so forth. So for her on the path, she can't have this level of hero worship. She can't have this level of ignorance about how bad the people are that are doing good things. Like Clint even tried to tell her, I'm a weapon. The right people were aiming me.
No, I like that actually, that part where he was saying that.
But even he's
We're
just,
both full of rage. We were just used.
but I
at
mean,
the time.
even he's kind of just dismissing his own actions.
Yeah.
Is he dismissing it rather than just explaining it? I don't think he's like.
No,
trying
he's
to say-
justifying his own actions.
Oh well, how else? What else could he say to? Because he's supposed to say, I liked killing. I don't know.
I guess so.
When her
But,
boss,
yeah, he did,
Kingpin,
obviously.
probably hired him to kill her dad. Is what I'm thinking. We're gonna find out in Echo season 2. Spoiler.
Sorry, say that again. What do you think's gonna happen?
Yeah, I think we're gonna have find out that Kingpin got her dad killed, which he kind of already said, but
Got
she'll
whose dad killed? Kate Bishop.
no Echoes. You don't remember
Echoes.
this? Yeah.
Yeah, no, you're saying
You're gonna
we're
find out
this
Clint is gonna be saying that he like mind controls him or something, maybe, or I don't know, something like that, and killed her dad.
They do like to always relate it to everyone you already know.
Yeah.
So that's not a bad guess.
And then season 2, is Echo, has already been announced.
So she's gonna survive.
Yeah. So
Until then.
she'll definitely survive this episode, but we can't watch the next one until we see Spider-Man.
This was the break?
This is a break.
Oh, so that means probably Kingpin's going to be in Spider-Man.
He probably will at the end credits for sure. And probably Daredevil, I'm thinking too.
Well, if they're bringing this all together, why wouldn't he at least be a somewhat minor character in Spider-Man? Barry, what do you think of that? Don't you think this is the last movie, the last episode of Hawkeye before Spider-Man?
Yes.
So is Kingpin going to be in Spider-Man?
I mean, the fact that he's only introduced with a picture is strange. I thought maybe we'd get more of at least a view, a corner angle, a fucking Dutch angle for all I care. So, I mean, it leads me to believe that he has to be.
Yeah, I think so too.
And he leads the Sinister Six that they're leading up to in Spider-Man, so we know he's
honestly
going in Spider-Man.
I think they're just hinting at that. I think in the end, Doc Ock is going to be helping them. I think his anger, because remember, Doc Ock isn't a bad guy the way that Raimi set him up. He's an angry scientist.
Yeah, he killed his wife.
He's enraged and hurt and imbalanced scientist in that moment. And all of his anger is specifically towards his Peter Parker. So when he realizes it's not his Peter Parker, I think he's actually calms and starts to help them. That's why you have that dialogue scene in the preview with guy in the chair.
Xavier?
Ned. Wrong. No, in Spider-Man, Ned calls himself the guy in the chair.
Oh.
Every superhero needs a guy in the chair. Like if I was a superhero, you'd be my guy in the chair.
Yes, I get it. But you mean the guy that was in the commercial?
Yes. Oh my God. A commercial directed and written by I forget his name now. Spider-Man's director.
Is it something Webb? Something Webb? I know that someone named Webb was involved with one of the Spider-Man movies. Like directing or something.
I can't remember right now. It might be too many dabs.
But
oh my God, I went upstairs again. And I didn't grab one.
Third time's the charm.
No, probably not. Huh?
Third time.
The number of times I go up to my kitchen for something and then do something unrelated and go back down without it.
Oh my
God. I'll do that 5 times in a row.
I said that. Like, we just talk about being old too once in a while. I saw a meme the other day that
it has nothing to do with that.
Oh, I think it does. Oh, it's probably the weed.
No, of course it does. I just don't want to admit it.
Oh yeah, we're old. You're old. He's young.
I'm young at heart.
We're what a perfect decade split.
Yep. Right in the middle.
Yeah. That's weird. I hadn't thought about that.
Oh, I have many times.
Have you? That there's a fairly precise average between us.
Talked about it once or twice. Long time ago.
That you two is the median, like
you are
the perfect
exactly
median is me?
Like, not to the month or anything, but
you figured it out to that? Well, I don't.
No, I haven't done that, but because I always ballpark it. It's like, okay, it's not going to be exact, so it's close enough.
That's neat. All right.
Although you are slightly below the curve until April. Then you'll be the exact median.
Oh, right. That's hilarious. Because I'm 39, turning 40. Ryan just turned 35, and did you just turn 45, right? Yeah. Wow, we're all very old, and we are talking about very childish things, which makes me feel much younger and happy about it. Wow, I was so lazy that I didn't even cut. Like normally, when you get a ping, you see the image this way on Google, But when you download it, there's nothing behind it. But sometimes it's actually a JPEG, and I'm like, screw it. I'm not going to take the time to actually cut this out, even though I have this image cut out.
No one can see that on camera.
Oh, for sure. No, maybe can. Now I'm like, wait, can you? Maybe.
In 10 years, though, they'll be able to zoom in, and some AI will point it out.
And for the record, we're on my TV upstairs right now, just so I wanted to see how it looked. And it actually doesn't look. It looks brighter than it does on my screen here, but my screen's also going through a DVI HDMI connector. So, all right, all the way back to Hawkeye. After Kate Bishop comes home and sees that Jacques, the swordsman, is being arrested, and seemingly like a patsy, like it really does feel like he's being set up. Like, Ryan, what do you think about that? Do you think he's a patsy, or do you think he does run Sloan Industries?
No, I think he's one of like a B superhero that's kind of playing
You think he's a superhero?
going underground, I guess. What do you call that?
Jacques?
Yeah.
The guy like
Jack?
Shot.
Yeah, like you think he's a
Kate
superhero?
Bishop's mom's boyfriend, the French.
The one that got arrested.
Cavalry
No, he's the swordsman.
swordsman, yeah.
You think he's
He's not a good guy. Though he does, okay, so his background is that he trained Hawkeye in one comic book, but he turned out to be a bad guy the whole time.
Okay.
Like Ra's al Ghul?
No, this guy just worked at a carnival, like worked at a traveling circus, found Hawkeye because he was agile, taught him how to do what he does inside the circus, but also do bad things with it. Hawkeye's got a bunch of different origins. That's just one. It was just surprising that character was included at all. But yeah, do you think in this, you think he's going to be a good guy or a bad guy? Like, does he know about Sloan Industries, or is he just a fall guy?
Good question.
He's like, I have never worked a day in my life. The only Sloan I know is a woman I dated, yada, 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 yada.
I have a theory about what she would be.
Please, let me hear it. Ryan seems to just be processing. He will answer this question in exactly 18 minutes.
He's he'll be an idiot and a buffoon and a fall guy.
Full on patsy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Because he's a white male, so that's what you got to do with that.
I actually think you're both right. No, hear me out. I think that, yes, he's a patsy, and I think also because of his talent, when Kate Bishop finds out that he's a patsy, she may attempt to assimilate him onto the good side and help him. Because I think we're going to get a battle that's somehow going to involve Grills and the lady cop, which I don't remember her name, but she's a real character inside the Marvel Universe. So is Grills.
Who's Grills?
The guy that's taking care of the dog and stole the Ronin outfit.
Okay.
So,
so he's an actual character from the comics.
The name is, yes.
Oh, all right.
He's not typically anything like this guy. Although they both like to bake. Apparently. I don't know this guy.
And like the dog's used called Lucky in the comics.
I like to bake too. Let's do some baking.
Baking
time.
What you're going to do is first prepare all your ingredients. After you have them all laid out, you're going to put them together. Heat that bowl up to around 700 and get ready to be baked. And
hey.
I was going to say 1 second as I put something else on so we can be a surprise. Here's another bag. Here's another great thing.
I like to wake up to Chocolate Bombs by Skeleton Crew. up in the morning, this is what I like to wake up with. Mr. Wake and Bake, Happy Bongos, and Chocolate Bombs by Skeleton Crew.
All right, we're back with our extra guest for our Marvel Night View. It's Drew.
Good to see you, Drew. Welcome.
Hello, guys. Hello.
Which, Zach, do you want to put Drew's handle up in there for a follow? I don't know how to do that stuff yet. So
I
just need to type
don't
it.
have that set up yet either. It's
What is it?
Drew with 3 3s.
There's a 3.
No, 1 3
Yeah, and then
W and 5X or 4X's.
4.
4X's. So W and then 4 X's.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Eggs, yo. Working since Friday.
I think you just have to hit add, right?
Put at before it, I think.
I'm doing the shout out, but we need to fill out that command.
Oh, I don't know how to do that. Yeah. So
I'll need to configure that.
we'll figure that out. Maybe we'll. Well, James is off air until next week. And as of Friday, I will be off all of socials as well until I don't know. Are we doing
Spiderman?
Sunday or Monday? Like when are we going?
Doing which?
Spiderman
Doesn't
was-
matter to me. You just gotta-
I want to. Okay, if we go Sunday and we go to the regular, we'll. Hey, let's not talk about that specifics of it. We'll figure that out. But if we go, we can. Okay,
We'll
so.
talk about that stuff off.
Oh wait, I can't do Sunday. We should do Sunday though.
We should.
I'm supposed to go to I've got to go to a party Sunday afternoon. On Sunday night it'll be busy again.
I was like, can you guys do Monday?
Well, that's what I was
Monday
kind of
would
thinking
This
was
thing, Monday.
if we did Monday, we could do
But
Monday at like
what day? What time Monday?
Because you work, right?
Yeah.
35.
I work till 9. I know that we're going to
What
late.
time?
Yeah. So
Oh,
we can't
right.
do the day.
Yeah. That's
I was
what
trying to
is.
get it done during the day.
Mm.
Like I can cancel band practice. We can go at 11:30 on Sunday morning, and then I can go to the tarantula tapes thing. But I have to go to it. I can't keep ditching keep ditching everyone. So I guess we'll figure that out off air. But yeah, I'm going to be off air until we get until we see it because I don't want to be spoiled. And this is a this is a pretty big event about to happen.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
whoa, that was slick. You are. He is the Ronin.
Ronin.
So what did you think about episode 5?
It was good. I'm not gonna lie, I definitely liked the reveal. I didn't actually even realize
You mean
that it was her.
you mean that reveal?
Yes. It was so good.
D'Onofrio.
I'm happy. I'm happy. No,
You
well,
didn't think
well, the
Eleanor
thing is-
was bad?
Hmm?
You didn't think Eleanor was bad?
I honestly, I had a weird suspicion when she mentioned it to her. When she mentioned it to her mom, and her mom was doing that weird look. I'm like, well, she's clearly in on something. She knows something. I didn't realize it was her until after the episode. My friend like, oh, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Stallone's her, and she framed. Okay.
So that's what we
That
were
makes
just
sense.
talking about. Do you
Okay.
think Jacques is just flat out a patsy?
Yeah, I think at this point, it's hard to say now.
Like, does he know what's going on? Is that why he's there? Or did she just like, hey, I'll date this guy and set him up?
What I think is maybe it's part of the plan. Like the plan is to make it seem like he was whatever. There's also maybe there's a plan to get him out. Maybe she promised, hey, take the fall, blah blah blah. We'll get you out. I'll get you out. Well,
Oh, I think she just burns him.
maybe.
I think she's burning them.
You know, I guess that kind of makes sense.
But
Well,
we'll find out.
knowing her, knowing the actress and the roles that she plays in general, like her typical role that she plays, and like I've seen her and other stuff, she's pretty good at being devious. So by all means, that does kind of make sense, even with the dad, right? Even
I
with
know
the
her
dad
from The
disappearing.
Conjuring, where she's a good person.
Oh yeah, I don't
Yeah,
think
no,
the
I know
dad's
it.
dead either.
No. I feel like the dad was
You know what I mean,
to
right?
like because remember she's like, oh, you've always been rich, right? She's like, you've always been rich, so you haven't really known whatever life, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like that being said, like maybe she started getting into certain things since then.
What if we find out she's a widow?
That'd be nuts.
No, I mean not a real widow. Like I don't mean because
Yeah,
her husband's
it took
dead.
me
I
a
mean, what if
second.
she's a black widow?
Yeah.
That'd be sick.
Or she helped start it. Or...
Oh, that was the grossest part about that movie. That woman is the one that started the program and perfected it. I'm like, whoa.
That was messed up.
But I guess all the other programs are men doing it to men. So what does it matter if a woman does it to a woman, right?
It's their own.
I think it made more sense to do that way than the being typical guy that's brainwashing women. Because I think that would turn over.
It's Marvel's very own.
Well, I know right now
The climate.
I
don't think it would be good in the climate right now.
I don't think either any of us are equipped to say what is okay in that climate.
You're right. No, you know what? Barry's right.
I was just gonna say she's Marvel's.
I'm ready for
Ghislaine
politics,
Maxwell.
Mr. DeVille. I'm very politically correct when we do this. Did you all have you kept up on other news? As in, you know that. No, you know that we are official.
Oh, yeah.
Like not just rumored, not just when are we gonna see him, like confirmed he gets a series. Like
yes, I told you, man.
but,
I told you.
and I agreed, but I thought he was gonna be a background character. I thought he was gonna just be here and there. The fact that it looks like they're gonna go full on.
Oh yeah.
So what's gonna be canon? Because
probably
now we have him.
Everything.
And
He's probably going to be even entwined in She-Hulk.
Well, come on, you know they're not going to do Iron Fist. So, like, what? All the episodes of Daredevil that had involved Iron Fist just don't count. The Defenders don't count.
I don't know how they're going to spin that.
Exactly right. Like, there's so much.
Yeah, I don't know how they're going to spin that.
With the multiverse, maybe they use the multiverse to yada away.
Well, yes. See,
Yada,
that's what
everyone else.
Yeah, they can do that.
I'd be like, oh, this universe just didn't have them. What are you talking about? There's no Defenders here.
They could do that. They could.
Or they're just there's
just revamp it.
there's no Iron Fist.
Maybe they just revamp it. Just like someone else.
That gives too much.
I think who's been in the
That gives too much
Like
hope
Ghostbusters.
for people that want you. Like if you're gonna bring in Vincent D'Onofrio and you're gonna bring in what is his name?
Have you seen the new
Which one?
Ghostbusters?
Charlie
Me neither, yeah.
Cox, I believe.
Charlie Cox. Okay.
Yeah, Charlie Cox.
If you're gonna bring in Charlie
Paul
Cox
Rudd,
as Daredevil
character.
and you're gonna bring in
The new
Kingpin,
Ghostbusters?
I've heard
you can't
pretty
just
good.
start
Pretty
over.
scary,
And be like,
Alex,
oh,
yeah.
but new characters, even though the same actor.
It's still in camp,
That's
though,
so
like,
bad. That'd be so bad.
Eternals.
Yeah.
Well, I guess Marvel
Yeah.
can do whatever the hell they want. We're just gonna eat it up.
I'm
Like,
ready to see that too.
okay, who physically got excited or jumped up when they saw the picture, the shitty picture on a cell phone thrown across the table? And right after I got that excited, do you know how gross I felt at the time? I'm like,
But
oh
you
my
know
god! I'm
why?
like, thank you for that little hit. I'm
Do you
like,
know
oh
why?
my
You
god!
know why it's so funny? They say that? Literally, I was like to Ash, I'm like, Barry's freaking. Barry's
yeah,
freaking.
like,
when I see that, I'm like, Barry's freaking. She's like, freaking for a while. I'm like, oh. I'm like, I was telling him, Kingpin. I knew it was coming. It came earlier than I looked. Well, not really, because I'm basically one more episode in the season, so it makes sense.
Oh yeah.
It's coming to the end of the season, so when I think about it, it did come close to the end. But yeah, you guys are killing me. You're killing me, yo. You're killing me. Is there so much water?
It was Ryan. Would you like a water? I'll go get you a water. Maybe I'll remember the Q-tips and stuff.
Damn. Ooh.
Hey, a cookie for you if you want one.
This guy.
You don't want a cookie?
Yeah.
Yeah, I want a cookie.
You want a cookie? I can go grab it. Okay.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh my god!
She made more? Did she make more?
All right.
Are you
We have Barry.
Don't yell.
So, do you think, since this is the last episode of Hawkeye before Spider-Man,
Yes.
do you think Kingpin's going to be in the Spider-Man movie?
That's interesting because we haven't yet had Kingpin officially. I think maybe towards the end. He's probably going to introduce him in that world. To
Like they'll probably
Cat-
introduce a few people, and he might be one of them, or mentioned, or
Well, that's the thing, right? The Sinister Six. Remember, Kingpin is
one of them.
he's.
So if they introduce that in Spider-Man,
he's basically the one that pays them to become the Sinister Six. Like they run under him.
oh, I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
So he's the
So he's like the head
guy in charge of
Yeah.
the
So he's the guy the one who orchestrated them to get together.
He's
in
the
a
sinister
sense,
seventh.
right? So like, yeah, but he's the one behind the scenes, right, pulling the strings. Like, oh, he gets this person together, this person together. He's like basically like if you've watched the 1996 Spider-Man cartoon and from the Sinister Six, he's the one that ends up. Being
I'm curious. I've never known the origin of Kingpin.
Kingpin.
Maybe Barry knows.
Yeah, that one's
An
actually,
origin of
yeah, that's
Kingpin.
actually been.
The origin of King.
I've actually
Yeah.
like read up on it, but it was a while.
Like, was he a poor street kid and he built himself up from being an orphan?
I honestly don't know.
That's usually what a
Why was
character
Ryan
is.
screaming?
Oh, something about cookies?
Now I know how excited Barry got when he saw Kingpin this morning. Jack's having a cookie.
Okay.
We need to.
I actually got really excited.
Why were
too.
you screaming at me?
Because he was as excited as you were about Kingpin.
I don't.
Give Zach his cookie.
Sure. Is that a responsible choice?
This is.
They're heavily medicated.
You ready?
What? I'm not getting ready for anything.
Drew.
Yeah,
No, Drew should not have any of that.
See?
Okay. What is your deal with wanting to get people too high?
okay,
Are you sure?
so these are
Thank you.
It's my
So these
one
are
I have
all
two.
members.
One's,
that have
How are
that
they?
they're from my dad, so thank you to my dad.
Thank you,
So they can
my dad
mix and
labs.
match with any of these from.
Oh man, this just looks like a delicious cookie.
Yeah, it is.
There's a lot here.
And is it super
Scrubs
strong?
has been on. Damn.
Well,
Dang.
everyone has been
Well,
on
you said you
every
have
team.
Hey,
I have it in
that could
car,
be
I'm
interesting.
not-
Oh, you haven't eaten it.
See,
It's
she
heavily medicated.
What does that mean?
Just eat it.
There's lots of THC in it.
That's why I want it.
Yeah.
Okay, it's not like the cookies from his birthday. Like
Or there's 75.
they're more like the brains and the bags of chips and shit that we get. Like,
Wait a second.
No,
So
Oh,
No, it's not that.
wait a
much.
second.
you were the one that told me it was like
No, you
400
tried
milligrams.
to get.
No, it's not.
What is it?
I think it's 200.
that's
It'll be
actually
fine.
still a lot.
That's why.
He'll be fine.
Yes,
Yeah,
see, she.
like I just mean like people should enjoy people should have half the.
Oh,
That's what I
I
was
can
gonna
see
say.
what
Like
they
if
have.
you want
Yeah.
them to
You
be,
want
you want to be all crazy. Like
You want to split it?
Hey, I
We
see
can
what
split
they're
it,
gonna. I
yeah.
can see what they're gonna do. Look at this.
So do you want to split it in half and I'll pick half? Or do you want me to split it in half?
They're members of Defenders, right?
No, I know.
And they have series of them in it right
And
now.
you notice that Hawkeye should be Kate Bishop.
Are you saying?
Nah,
Yeah.
that's
We're
why I
gonna be
said one of us
Defenders.
has to pick.
With
No,
half, do
I'm
you
just
think?
not-
You should
I
get
think
everyone. This half or this half?
That's strange.
I think this half.
I will take off another
Valkyrie?
chunk of that.
I've always.
This is pretty good though. I don't think it's gonna be the bad taste.
Oh,
thing here.
Namor. No,
No, it's
they
gonna
would
be
no,
very
they would
good.
because they're doing the whole thing for Namor. Namor's supposed to
That's
open
more
up the whole thing. Actually,
Yeah.
That's
But
nice.
I think that's not going to be a thing for sure.
Snoopy's?
Thank you for the
I mean-
cookie.
Maybe next time.
Thank you.
It's good.
Why aren't you clicking
Do you taste
anymore?
weed?
Gotta
No.
bring that good one.
Uh-huh.
How many of those do you have?
Oh, you gotta have a couple. One at the office, one here.
Well, you got to have a couple. It's like, well, I don't even have one.
Well, you also don't dab.
I did.
Sure. You sure?
I forgot I had that lemon square Janine made me.
Mm.
But when I went to open it, something was wrong. Like I took a bite or two, and it was like, I think I left it too long, or something went bad in it.
Left it out.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you can't leave them out.
Well, that's what unfortunately happened. I didn't know that.
So Hawkeye.
Yes. Hawkeye.
Sorry,
It was a good episode. It was a good episode. I liked how they introduced Kingpin.
guess
That was
so.
obviously the big shebang bang moment.
I did a
Yeah.
little bit.
Also, it was cool that they did Yelena's
Oh,
backstory. How
Huh?
Another view of the
how
snap.
he rolled the snap, which was very cool.
I've enjoyed the different views of the snap thus far.
Yes, it's been nice.
Barry said.
I
to
also
watch all
think
the new
that-
Marvels again.
With her wanting to kill Hawkeye, I feel like it's a pretty
the radar
evident
before this time.
in the sense of like she obviously
I'm gonna
feels
do Black
she's
Widow
dead.
first, and then
Well, she's been told by Val,
Oh
Tina,
yes, yeah. Okay.
whatever corner.
Bongo time.
Loki, and then one of
Oh shoot, Bongo time. All right.
By who? Oh,
But we're not. I don't think we're gonna sing.
If we rewatch it, are you gonna do it the proper way?
what do you, no. For right now, I'm
Chris,
just going to rewatch Black Widow and a couple other things in preparation for Spider-Man. But yeah, we had a bongo time.
Oh, David.
we should try the version of an Xmas song. And I'm like, yeah, we could totally try that, but I doubt anybody else will join me. But first, we're gonna go, as you said, bongo time.
Oh.
I'm going to dab instead of bongo, but everybody else do bongo.
I'm loading up the bongo now.
Nice. Let's do this, guys.
Absolutely.
That's a big hit. What? My original Bronco. And Nestle Pure Life is
And hi. Now, as for a verse of a Christmas song, does anybody want to sing a Christmas song? Ryan will sing a
Nope.
Christmas song.
I don't even know any.
Yes. 3, 2, 1.
Frosty the snowman
Hey,
had 2 eyes made out of coal with a button nose or something. I don't know.
that was pretty good.
I mean,
More words than I remembered.
I don't know if we can get better than that. That was brilliant. So yeah, a verse from a Christmas song.
Put that on Spotify.
And,
Speaking of Christmas,
and
Oh,
Oh,
Spiderman
Nice.
for Christmas. I like it.
see,
Can you
great
see that on camera?
segue back in because I was going to say, speaking of Christmas, you know who's missing Christmas? Hawkeye, clearly not making it home to his kids.
yeah, he promised.
Do you think Laura is an ex-spy,
I think she obviously has something. They met something.
or maybe
maybe that's the person he was talking about. Remember he said
hiding her? Actually,
That
what
because
if-
he was saying that
he's got a past of saving people from the wrong side. What if she's the original Ronin?
that'd be wild.
what if he just wants to spend Christmas with a 20-year-old girl?
Really, of course, Zach would go there. Zach would be the one to go there, but that's also a possibility. This guy's I have to help this. I gotta help.
I gotta help her,
I
man.
gotta help this girl.
Life or death. I swear, honey.
Y'all are pretty dark motherfuckers.
Just take care of the kids. Just
Why you gotta
I'll
be like
save
that?
the world.
Why you gotta be like that? Why you gotta make it so dark? Why you gotta make it so dirty? It's a Marvel show.
I'm just
Wife-
This
the
isn't
wife- the wife-
DC,
the wife was
okay?
like-
This isn't the DCU,
The wife was like-
okay?
the
It
wife-
doesn't need to be that
The
dark.
wife was like, trust your gut. Oh, you trust in guts already.
Maybe he's just a polygamist. She's like, all right, I'm ready for my next sister wife.
What?
He's like, I'm Hawkeye, man.
Could be, hey, maybe they're unicorn hunters.
No, yeah. Anybody want to be a unicorn hunter? You know what it means, all right?
No.
It's not
Okay,
just-
so I was
Side
looking
piece.
for their logo and I searched unicorn hunter, and Wikipedia describes a unicorn hunter as a couple hunting
Oh, I do know what
for
this is.
another
Yeah.
entity to join them and create a triad.
There's multiple
Side
words
piece.
for unicorn in that world, but
Yes. And I get the reference, the perfect other person to join into someone else's relationship.
but also
So,
so rare it doesn't exist.
I mean, that's a good point as well. But I just didn't know that that's what it was referencing. I don't know if the pen is meant to reference that. I just one day on Google, you learn so much when I just did it.
I did.
But make sure to Google it.
Jesus, guys.
Yeah.
So that is the sound. I'm so glad that James guy made that for us because the Batman dropped a new trailer. And I'm just gonna interrupt all conversation. Are you serious right now?
Nobody's seen this.
I would never watch that.
Why?
What?
What?
You don't want spoilers?
No, I just don't want to watch it.
Oh, you don't care?
It was good.
I can't.
Wait, I don't understand.
You haven't seen any of
He
them?
doesn't like it because of Twilight.
Come on.
I can't
Oh,
bring
is it on-
myself to see past Rob past. I just
Oh, okay,
can't
then I
do
don't
it.
give a shit if you. I just thought you weren't
No,
watching it.
oh no, you know, say whatever
Okay,
you want. I just
could
say
you-
blah, 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 because I don't.
Here,
I,
wait.
I kind of
Oh.
hate him too.
You have to watch one scene from the. You have to watch one scene from the trailer, and it'll change. Because man, there's this scene where he just brutally beats someone to death.
Okay, I gotta see that.
Like, I mean, and then he ends with, I am vengeance. I'm like, what? Like, He literally blocks a punch and then bang, 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 and then just like 10 times in the head.
And then they go out into the sunlight and he's all sparkly.
Okay, people are allowed to do roles and then be good in other roles. Like, allow an actor to redeem
Sometimes you
themselves.
have to be typecast as.
It doesn't really matter. They'll all
Was
show
he a
this.
vampire bat?
He's in every trailer because it is fucking brutal. Like, it looks like he beats someone to death. Yeah, you can turn the volume on low. Like, oh,
Yeah,
that's
really low.
Well, I mean, I can just. Hi, we're going to show another video that we made this week while opening a bag of Loud Clouds from Mad Dab. Here's a video from our sponsor, Mad Dab Labs. Perfect time.
You ready for Seahawks?
All right. Well, cool beans. Beans are cool. Missed bongo time, so we're gonna hit a bongo time. Yeah, it's supposed to wait another second. See, got it.
I'm so excited to smoke more.
All right, guys, we got it. he gets it. He gets it. The organized hits are
I don't know what you're talking
What's
about.
What are you talking about?
Wait, you guys have been blowing it or
No.
every single time we ever smoke with you, of course. We love you. All right, that was bongo time as we
makes sense.
slowly and very politely drug our friend through. But okay, so while we were away, we checked out the trailer so that Drew's up to date, and I'm actually excited. Like
Actually
the actors rumored in
It
this,
does look interesting, though.
it looks like they're going to focus on.
Does it? Yeah.
It does.
Would you watch it, you know?
I don't know if I came out. You know what? Why am I lying to myself? This is Batman we're talking about. Like, I'm probably gonna watch it. Like, it's
Cypress Hill.
Batman. Like, as much as I say I'm not, like, at some point I will because it's Batman.
Bigfoot Portal Crisis. You should smoke to Bigfoot Portal Crisis. You can find them on Spotify.
I think
Yeah,
so.
Spotify. Yeah.
Yeah.
I should know that as I'm the bass player, but yeah, you should check out Bigfoot Portal Crisis, selfless promotion. Which actually in that video, you can see our logo is that right there.
It's a Bigfoot. Like
It is a Bigfoot. And one day I'll tell the story on here of how we came about to be. But all joking aside, definitely check out Cypress Hill is always like Black Sunday album is always great to smoke to. And it's one of my favorite to get really high to. If you want to get really introspective, do some mushrooms, smoke a lot of weed, and do Pink Floyd Rumors. Fun.
Yeah, we gotta do that.
Yeah, for sure. We definitely promote drugs here.
Okay,
This whole channel, like the
I
channel's
didn't
called
realize
Stay Lifted.
that.
We promote drugs.
that makes sense.
That's why we're always doing
Corey
it.
wants to do it.
That makes sense. I
Right,
never-
guys? Like
I never thought
you're
about
on board. We promote drugs here. That's
Yeah.
why we're
Oh,
always
yeah.
doing it. Okay. Yeah.
I
Yes. You're
Drug
not pro
promotion.
drugs, Drew?
did not realize that.
Like, he's got obviously. I'm fucking out of here now. Like you guys, you next year, you're just using me for fucking drug promotion. But yeah, I think Robert Pattinson's got a chance. if they keep this shit standalone, but they've already announced that there's something else coming out around it, which is Commissioner, or in this case, Chief Gordon.
Yeah, but JK, right?
But no, Chief
J.K.
Gordon's
Simmons?
getting, they're doing a TV show. No.
I thought JK was going to be.
No, Gordon's
Jonah
played
Jameson?
by who's the like creator of Westworld? No, like the guy in it, like the guy that programs all the robots and stuff. But he's a robot himself, and then
Yeah, the one.
Bernard.
Bernard, thank you. Bernard
yeah.
is Commissioner Gordon.
Oh.
In this, he's Detective Gordon. But they're doing a series around him later.
I thought they were going to actually do.
Listen,
Yeah, exactly.
I totally understand and I agree. And like, I never wanted to give her a chance until she did American Ultra, and I'm like, God damn it, it's a stoner movie about the MK Ultra program, so I gotta watch that. And she did a decent job. Well, she didn't wreck it at least. And I mean, yeah, he made a couple movies, but we gotta let that die. Like, a lot of people made shitty movies and wanted to make great films afterwards.
Name 2. No, you know
right
what?
now,
My favorite number. Name 3.
right off the top, okay, we
Off the top of
that
that.
did shitty movies, then made good movies.
Ben Affleck. I'll give you one.
Oh, but yeah, for
Ben
sure, Ben Affleck, Robert Downey Jr.
Okay.
He was on that spiral down,
whoa,
right?
Whoa. That didn't mean his acting was bad. It just he was spiraling.
I mean, there's some movies before Sherlock,
Yeah,
right
I'm not
before
gonna lie.
Sherlock, like his last
Definitely.
movie. There's some shit right before the Sherlock MCU, right before drugs ended. They're like, I don't know what the fuck you do, but anyways,
I just
Yeah,
it's
Sherlock was weird. That's a weird
sparkly Batman. We have sparkly Batman.
I'm surprised there's no memes about that.
I
The
mean,
vampire
Sparkly Batman?
we.
It should be.
Where's the ladies at? Like, as in the conversation, or actual females that are willing to come get really high with us and come on the show. I mean, I'm sure we know some.
Oh, it's the sausage.
Yeah,
fest.
no, definitely. I
is what it
think I
is.
know at least
It
2.
is, yeah.
Like, my wife is into a bit of geekdom, but she'll never come do this. Your girlfriend thinks we're silly.
She thinks we're silly?
No, I'm joking. I just don't think she gets
She's
as
very,
deep into this.
she's very nice. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I don't think that she thinks that.
A lot of people think we're silly with how deep diving we get
Yeah.
into this.
And ladies don't tend to deep dive into this as
Yeah.
often.
No, but they
Yeah,
are
like,
out there.
um,
It's just-
Ours, just not here right now.
Yeah, like
Exactly.
even the channels I watch, there just aren't as many females, except for one of my favorites is Wisecrack. I forget I forget all their names. I forget everyone's name. That's not a specificity to gender. But she's the one that handles most of the Marvel content on Wisecrack, and I really like her perception of this stuff. But yeah, it's the common problem inside this.
I'm not sure it's a problem. It's just the ratio. And I like geeky sparkles on Clownfish TV, but they're few and far between because they just don't get us into it in general.
Agreed. And if you know anyone or any people we should follow or look at, feel free to put them in the chat because, yeah, I like talking to everybody. Yeah, but no ladies here. Sorry.
I don't know.
There's
I
lots
mean-
of ear lickers in the ASMR.
Oh my God! Please
section.
no. When Zach was introducing me to Twitch and showing me some of his favorite things,
That's not my favorite thing. It's just
I know.
fucking weird.
I wasn't going to leave you out to dry there entirely. He's like, do you want to see
He
some of the
enjoys it.
weirdest stuff on here?
He enjoys it.
And it's just a woman.
Chicks are hot, but
It's
it's
just
weird.
a woman with a microphone shaped like an ear. Just
Don't even do it. And she's making the noises
Licking it.
into the microphone.
Licking
Yeah,
the
yeah.
camera now?
yeah,
Yeah.
she's got a
I
microphone
know
that's
it.
shaped like
I
an
know
ear.
what it is. I've
And
seen
she just
it.
sits there like,
Okay, you see
Of course, I've seen it. The fact that you're
I know he's doing it.
and you're doing the motion.
I was hoping to get the
Yeah.
30,000 hits that she gets by doing that. Like, I'll lick a can if that's what it takes, but no, I'm joking. I wouldn't.
Never. Even if I was to show my nipple, it would never happen.
Oh, I read what
Um,
Amaranth makes. Like,
Oh
a
yeah,
year.
a month she's making like what $4,000 or something.
Oh, it's way more than that.
Yeah, like it's
We're
like,
going
like,
for a bomb.
40.
Let's sync our
40,000,
cycles.
yeah.
All right, well, we'll join you then. We're always good to smoke another bomb. Let's just throw that out
Yes.
right there.
Oh my God.
Yep.
bongo time.
Kind of doing a lot. But all right.
Well, I mean, all we ever promise is that
No
one
way.
or all of us will do a bomb.
No way.
Well, I don't want to. Say no.
There.
I'm okay with saying no. I'm the reasonable person in the group. Somewhat.
Well, I'm saying no to peer pressure from Drew, and I'm going to smoke.
This is the trailer for it? I can't do that. Can't see that.
Yeah, so after we get what I find to be a great scene of Yolanda and Kate Bishop talking to each other for what seems like a good portion of the episode, but I mean, I was never bored by it.
I was checking my phone.
And I watched it 3 times, and I really wasn't bored by it. Like by the 3rd time, I was checking my phone through every scene, just because it was during work hours and I needed to check stuff. But I only watched it a 3rd time so Ryan can see it.
Well, I'll watch it again, and I'll pay more attention.
But
next episode,
that conversation I actually found it to be really interesting. I liked Yolanda's take. I liked how she reacted to a lot of this, and I liked how straightforward she was. And the laughing at her was fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
They write her really Russian though, eh?
Yeah.
Very Russian.
Really Russian.
Like, you kill me.
And
the laugh.
It's just the number of Russian jokes or tropes or stereotypes, whatever you want to call it.
Well, Kate even points it out, which I think it seems like they're kind of painting Kate out to be like a really mild Deadpool of like not breaking the 4th wall, but making the meta jokes. She's like, wow, that was really Russian.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and she pointed out how the next generation's got to be so on and so forth. Like, she seems to be doing meta commentary.
Or is that more just being really quippy and sarcastic?
But when is that ever not for a reason? In her case, it's expositional. Everything she says seems to be very either meta or expositional.
Maybe they're just writing her as the exposition dump.
She's going to be the leader of the new Avengers.
Maybe. The further I see her go,
Do you
the
think
further.
she's going to be a leader?
Yeah.
No, the further I see her joining Yolanda, the further I see her being under the control of Val, at least for a short period of time.
So?
Valentina, fuck, I couldn't remember her name earlier. I'm not going to remember it now. Her name's really long.
Yeah.
Elaine. It's Elaine. We're talking about Elaine. Actually, most of the people that would be interested in this now might not know who Elaine is. They'd know her from Veep. Seriously.
I've always pictured the Elaine dance.
Yeah, that's because you're 45.
Seriously, go.
Oh,
How old are you?
very young.
Undisclosed.
Well, I don't think it actually.
Okay, I get on. I'm 31.
Well, yeah, we're spanning 15 years now, perfectly almost.
Almost.
We're all 5 years apart. In fact, if Ryan and I move, we're in the gradient of our age.
Yeah.
So apparently, to come on the show, you have to be within 5 years of one of us.
I imagine our demographics would skew that way.
Between 30 and 40. Oh, yeah, I guess
50.
so. Yeah, wow, yeah. 30
Between
and
25 and 50.
Oh, wow, I guess we would be. Let us know how old you are out there if you're watching. We like to interact with people as we go, but after a little conversation, the phone scene that I like, how much it mirrored the first Spider-Man movie, right? Where he's like, happy, like texting him like 3,000 times a day, trying to call him. Like, she filled up his mailbox.
That was crazy how much she called him and left messages. Like, what do you expect that to accomplish?
Well, she was trying to annoy him into submission, which she does in every other scene.
I guess it's just it was annoying me, that's for sure.
It's because she's quippy.
That's like Tom Holland with Happy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's mirroring the first
That's what you're
Spider-Man.
saying.
Yeah. So I like how they seem like he's signed up for 5 films total, or maybe it's like it's 3 in Tom Holland.
Okay.
And her contract is undisclosed currently. It's just this show publicly, right? I think that's where we're sitting with her right now. So I mean, they're just trying to like.
No, also we know that they're setting it up for.
Well, as I predicted. Oh, right. So the next scene is
there's gonna be more. So this show plus.
Yeah, Echo.
Yeah.
And a future film to be
Yeah,
undisclosed.
with the
Probably maybe Iron Wars, maybe another thing.
Yeah,
What do you
it
mean?
might tie in. Yeah,
I was right about Echo's arc. She clearly sees that. Wait, because in the comic book, Echo's father is killed by Kingpin. Yes, all spoilers. Sorry, we're talking about the most current episode of Hawkeye. So,
Yeah, if you've seen it, haven't seen it, too bad.
yeah. So, damn, that's why I never start yelling at spoilers because I'm too stoned all the time and I forget where I was going. Mirroring Spider-Man, and then to what we were talking about right there. Damn it! Why'd you cut me off? What was I just about to say?
We are a stoner channel.
Oh, we are totally a stoner channel.
Talking about Yelena. Talking about Dark Avengers.
Yolanda.
Oh no, we were talking about the possibility of Young Avengers, but the next scene
What's she gonna be in?
the arc, Echo's arc.
Yes,
I was correct about Echo's arc because clearly after the Wicked Ronin scene, where he just comes out and is like, "Listen, it was me, but you need to look at who told me to do it." Like, okay, so in the comic book, that's what we were trying not to spoil. In the comic book, her father or grandfather is killed by Kingpin or by someone sent by Kingpin.
So
and she doesn't know that until much later, so she ends up working for Kingpin as they're doing in this. And then she finds out, oh shit, Kingpin. And so there's like a anti-hero arc, which is why she's getting a TV show. She's going to be a good guy by the end of this. Clearly, the same way Agatha is actually a good guy. Wanda was wrong. She held a whole town hostage. She's horrific.
No,
Agatha was just trying to gauge her power and stop her.
And what was Thanos?
No.
Yes.
Take her power for herself.
Yes, but if you I can make a great argument for that. It was Agatha's. Okay, first I want to say what my favorite line in Hawkeye was. What does that word even mean? To be an Avenger. And I'm like,
that's pretty
this
deep.
is exactly what we're talking about. Like, why? And they try and cover this in the first Avengers movie when Loki's talking to your Black Widow. Like, can you quench that much red in your ledger? Like, is it even possible to do that? So, I think that's the overall arc of all of these. These heroes are human, they're fallible, and they've done wrong.
Yeah, they've done.
See, I always viewed it though as being an Avenger was you have signed some contract with Stark Industries or something. So it was very clear if you were an Avenger or not. And you had pay benefits. And
Oh no, that's not the case at all.
health insurance.
No. Well, I mean, kind
Boardroom
of.
taking care of.
Yeah.
There
And Tony
is,
does provide all this through.
So anybody just joining us, we are talking about Hawkeye. There are spoilers, and at any point you can type bongo time in the chat, and 1, 2, or all of us.
What does it mean to be an Avenger? I signed an NDA and
So in this case, yes, that was my favorite line in the whole episode because I mean it really does bring up the moralistic duality of what's going on. Are they good guys just because they fought really bad guys, or what makes a good guy? Which Iron Man continually.
I'm sorry, it's a classification of an employee that.
Yes, and that's her point. Yolanda's point is that what does that even mean? Like, who cares? I'm a Black Widow. Like, what is?
Oh, but the standard of entry is extremely high, and you have to be vetted by.
No, you don't.
Tony, at least.
No, Wanda was initiated in the field by Clint. If you
be,
step out those doors,
okay, but you have
make no mistake.
Yes, but you have
will
to be
an
you
Avenger.
have to be invited in by an official event.
But he might have said that, but did the shareholders approve that he has that authority?
I don't know.
For the Avengers Corporation.
Which I think is kind of the joke with Rogers, and they're going to go into a lot of. Actually, I think your joke is hitting on a point of what Hawkeye is about to show us, and what's going to further in Spider-Man is, the sale of the Avengers, the sale of heroes, the marketing, which I guess is a big part of what Garth Ennis goes into in
The Boys.
In The Boys is
the
actual marketing. Like I know the relationships of these. So I think you're about to see storylines that
my friend on here that works on here.
talk similarly about the things that happen in The Boys, which is the sale of the image of Avengers. The Boys seem like it's a darker, like a weirder version of what?
Yeah.
The engineered superheroes.
I would say.
You will watch it.
Say,
Yeah,
definitely. Definitely close to. Definitely.
I'm supposed to hit a transition when we get up and sit down.
What was Thanos, Barry?
Oh yeah, for those that don't know, spoiler alert: Thanos was right.
Thanos did nothing wrong.
I didn't say Thanos did nothing wrong. I just said Thanos was right. And furthermore, Thanos was even more correct because if he wouldn't have snapped half of existence away, the celestial egg would have hatched and killed us all. So yay for killing everybody so that it couldn't kill. Hey, yay for killing half of them so it couldn't kill all of them.
True, yeah, because they need the world to be populated in order for the egg.
Yeah.
So yeah, sorry, people who didn't know, we're talking about Eternals at this point, but yes,
Well, we're talking out of our ass and we're high. It doesn't really
You seen
matter.
Eternals now?
Marvel. We're talking Marvel at this moment in time.
Why won't they come out on HD?
Oh
It's
yeah,
supposed
we
to
got a Mad Dad Labs calling it bongo time, so I will hit that right
Bongo
now.
time.
All right, let's do this.
All right. We need a bowl for a bowl out to the left here.
All right.
Oh, we have to.
We don't need to blow all the smoke out of it. He just wants to come hang out. It's ambiently there. It's okay. We've made him cough twice, and he smoked enough for a guy that doesn't smoke.
Which I didn't even realize you were doing. So thanks for that.
What?
What was that? You're like
That was
laid.
borderline creepy.
You look laid on the table. And I'm just like, okay.
So, as we discuss Hawkeye, the excitement at the end was all good and well, but there was a pretty good fight scene in there. Ronan decimates.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, though, yeah, it's funny
Well,
because
the
like
pink skin,
when they were fighting, I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, why is he doing this? Because I knew, like I know Ronan, like it was, like when he's like, it's like different. Like
You are Ronan.
Hawkeye
Ronan right
and
now.
Ronan are like it's like they're two different people.
Yeah.
They're not the same. So like Hawkeye, you'll see him do his stuff. It's like, oh, cool, Hawkeye. But then when Ronan does stuff, he's like, oh shit, like he's killing people. He's, you know what I mean. So like I knew when he was fighting her, it was more of like a held back. Like I'm just trying to show you, hey, listen, stop. Like I could tell the whole time. Even when she was getting her hits in and stuff or whatever, I'm like, well, clearly he's not trying to kill her at this point, right?
No, he wants
just
to
wanted
purvey some
he wants to point
information.
out the message. He wants to say, listen, this is what happened, but
And
somebody hired
unfortunately,
me. I didn't kill him. I just
he couldn't
didn't,
talk
you know.
from the back seat like he did with.
That was hilarious.
With
the
Kazi.
henchman?
No, what's his name?
The henchman, right?
Kazi.
Okay, that's
Cassie.
Yeah, Kazi is the number 2 guy.
Yeah, number 2. Yeah, okay.
The one that she then, after the scene, goes and talks to and gets her confirmation of,
he
oh shit,
basically helped
this
set up
fucked
her
up.
dad.
Yeah.
He set up her dad to die.
And that is probably the most heart-wrenching and horrific part of this that
That's pretty rough.
we all knew from the outside, but she has to find out in that moment that someone I didn't put that up on the screen because we show comments. But yeah, so that was I think that was a good scene because she's very angry, but in that you can see the anger lift to
Like I realized
I gotta take a step back, not be
Yeah.
angry, and figure out what the truth is. And the truth is, Kingpin is responsible for her father's death, and she is now going to have to, I'm guessing, join sides, and then Yolanda is going to figure out that it was. Now
then she's gonna join hers.
right, so now we've got 3 assassins
trifecta.
and 2 archers. We got 3 assassins if you include Clint as an assassin, 2 archers if you include Clint as an archer, and now you got these 4 people that can go in there. Not 5. I just mean Clint does double duty. And I said duty. So I think we're going to get a number 6 episode that New York will be affected by Spider-Man some way, but I mean, it can't be massive.
Yeah.
Because remember, there's a whole scene where Peter Parker is like arrested from the preview, right? Again, spoilers if you didn't watch previews.
In the trailer too, like the whole New York's collapsing is an odd, or I don't know if it's our own reality, but it could be some New York.
It is the same reality.
Okay, then yeah.
But I mean, like, so when we're talking about Kingpin, right? He's the crime boss of New York, right?
Yes.
He sits even above people like Norman Osborn because Osborn goes crazy to be his alter ego. Kingpin is always Kingpin. So I mean, like he's usually the boss of everything going on. He's never a henchman. He's never a second. He's always the kind of what, unless someone much bigger is controlling him, but he's still the leader of everyone around him. Anyways, where was I going with that? See, we get off on tirades like that. Yeah, Spider-Man. So I mean, with him being the crime boss, I see maybe we get to see Vincent D'Onofrio at some point in Spider-Man live instead of just a dumb picture on a cell phone. If not, we're going to get full view conversation in episode 6.
I think so too. I agree. And maybe a Daredevil appearance.
I mean, they announce it like if Disney announced like,
or is he coming in Venom 3? I'm thinking Venom 3 maybe.
No, I think no. Matt Murdock is going to be a mainline MCU, not part of the Spider-Verse.
Okay.
So I mean, though we might see him in Spider-Man, I doubt he's going to be staying in the Spider side. Oh right. And we're going to what's the shortest one? I'm just going to put bongo time up. Meaning Ryan's got to do a bomb.
I wanted to do the Batman.
Oh, well, I could have had that up next. Oh, all right. Well, 1, 2, 3.
Oh, I messed that up terribly. I think I disappeared okay, but
Yes, you were perfect on the disappearing. Oh, man. People that want to be a certain way should be allowed to be that way.
Oh.
he's always pushing trying to get everyone to be higher and higher and higher. I wonder if he just wants everyone to be so stoned they stop talking. Like him.
no, because then when they get the way he wants, then he won't stop talking. That's what he's aiming for. That's his arc.
But as we're talking about, we got Matt Murdock confirmed, and the big surprise at the end was Vincent D'Onofrio's picture. Will he be in Spider-Man, or are we going to have to wait for? We already did that one, and it was on screen for most of the time you were away. You had that now. Yeah, is Kingpin going to show up in Spider-Man, or are we going to have to wait for episode 6? Around the table, who's called?
He'll be somehow in the movie.
Yes.
Whether
I feel like it might be towards the end.
Just talk about that. You think? What do you think? You think it's going to be a movie or episode 6?
I'm super.
I think it's gonna. It
I might smoke a bong.
I feel like it might be like a tidbit towards the end. It's gonna reveal.
Okay, main movie. Okay, 3 options. Just give one. Main movie, post credit, or episode 6.
Main movie, post credit, episode 6.
Vince or Kingpin's appearance.
I'd say
episode 6.
I don't know, between movie and post credit. Post credit. I'll put post
credit. Post credit. What do you?
Movie somehow. I'm not sure.
Main part of the movie.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with main part of the movie, even though I've got a feeling they're going to screw me and put it in episode 6. But yeah, main part of the movie, and then a more benevolent part of a post credit. But yeah, main line is where we're going to see him first in live action and moving. Because I don't think they want to put him out first on TV, because I don't think they want to remind people that he started out as a television character. They want Kingpin to be this big character that's going to be able to keep up with mainline villains in most movies. So I think they're going to want to premiere him inside a movie.
I still don't think he's big enough, but yeah.
Well, no, okay, so here's why. So I think he wanted the watch. I think he's got the watch now. I think the watch opens a vault in the tower. I think Fisk in Avengers Tower that he didn't know about or whatever when they were selling it. I think Fisk is going to be the one that outlines the guys with their new technology.
So what will
Electro has
his technology?
Yeah, like Electro has a Gen 2 Stark reactor on his chest with a triangle one. That's why he's got a whole.
I somehow missed that, but I'll take your word for it.
Yes, it's.
You didn't say that, or after?
I thought it was a Mark 1, to be honest.
Oh,
But
true.
The Mark One's a circle, and it kills people.
They just.
I didn't even think there was
just
actually a
saying
Mark
that
1.
your attention to the detail is pretty.
So,
Hey, I know how many
because of all these
buttons.
details, somebody
In
had
Star
to.
Trek, they have buttons on their collar. I kind of know. So.
Although Ryan might be right, also then that you don't need Kingpin if you have Vulture. If Vulture still has access to all of his technology, he could be the one collecting and outfitting these people, and he could be missing in these scenes, and us not see him.
See, that's why I
Like
don't
maybe
like knowing
net-
the behind the scenes. Like, is Michael Keaton involved somehow?
That's Vulture, yes.
No, I know. Is he involved in the next?
I honestly don't know.
Because don't they usually have
He
contracts?
could be in the Sinister Six.
Well, he could be the one leading the Sinister Six, or maybe one of his henchmen are doing it on as his proxy. Like, yeah, go outfit these guys. I'm going to finish out my sentence so I look like I'm clean.
Okay.
Which we see a lot of in the comic books, right? Like people running
Yeah.
shit from Arkham.
Yeah.
Wrong world. I just can't think of like the people running shit from
It's the
The
where they
Hive?
shrink. They
No,
shrink
the-
down
the-
people.
the ice block, the cube.
The cube.
God damn it!
It's
Is it the cube? I can't
It's the
remember
cube,
any
yeah.
Marvel fucking prisons
The
right now.
cube.
Oh,
Cube's
It's just
the big
Arkham
one.
is the most famous comic book prison in my mind.
The cube's the
agree.
big one though. That's the one where PIM technology shrinks down that into the size of like basically a table, and there's like 1,000.
I thought the cube. Oh, in the Marvel universe, the cube is in the ocean.
Oh, that one.
No, in the comic book, you're right. In the MCU, it's in the middle of the ocean. That's the one in Civil War that Iron Man goes and visits the other side of the Avengers.
Mm.
Are you guys looking up Marvel prisons? No? All right.
I'm looking up my favorite online novel Worms version of it. It was called The Birdcage. And I believe the secret to it was shrunk to microscopic size and then held inside a mountain through multiple dimensions of defenses. It's crazy how cool it's defended.
That's kind of awesome. I might want. I should read it.
Oh, and I'm
I was
purposely leaving
I was
stuff out.
I was incorrect. So it is dark off.
That
leaves them. It's not King.
The
I
Sinister
thought,
Six?
I thought for some reason I thought Kingpin is the one that was running.
No,
behind
he
the
usually
scenes.
collects them,
But
and then
that's what I'm
Doc
saying.
Ock is the leader.
That's what I remember. I thought
So,
he was the one that like brought
Kingpin's the Nick Fury.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Doc
like,
Ock's
one
the
that brings him. Okay, so then, okay,
Captain
so,
America.
So never mind. I was right. That's right.
He's the Sinister Seventh.
No, he just usually puts the team together that
Yeah,
does all
he's
the
the
bad things.
benefactor.
He sits in the back and
He's
does
the
nothing.
benefactor guy. He's the guy who puts the money into the technology.
But he's
and all
still
that
part of
stuff
the
for them,
group.
too.
No,
No.
he literally just sits in the back, gives them the
By
plan.
He gives them
virtue of
he
the
gives them
Okay,
the
don't
funds.
think about this hard,
He
okay,
basically-
man? Like Jesus.
He basically gives
He's
them
not-
the funds
yeah.
to promote their tech and stuff.
Like the executive producer isn't an Avenger.
I don't know.
Ross isn't an Avenger.
Well, I
is
guess
he?
that would make. Wouldn't that make Kevin?
Is General Ross an Avenger?
Yeah.
Does he
No.
fund them?
Pardon?
Does he fund them?
No,
Wait,
but he
which one
commands
is-
them. He gives them their plans. He tells them where they're supposed to go.
He's probably signed
Which
a
one are you talking
contract
about?
with
Are you talking about one
Avengers
that's like-
Corporation.
Red Hulk? Or are you talking about?
No, our current MC.
Okay, yeah, no.
When he
No.
was still before Sokovia Accords,
Okay.
they weren't forcing their hand, but they were listening to General
He's
Ross.
only an
in
Avenger if he
cases.
signed the contract. So
Are
no.
you excited for the new show, She-Hulk, coming in February?
Yes. Although,
That's also going to tie into stuff heavily, I think.
Oh yeah, it'll
Is
be
she
a
going
cool
to sign a
show.
contract?
okay, so
That's what I was saying. That maybe. That's what I was thinking. Maybe they might.
Maybe she
they
said
might
that's
just
the
redo the
contracts.
whole because they
She's
have,
legal. You're right.
because they do have.
I think we found
out where the
opening up
contracts
the
come from.
multiverse
Yeah.
now. I think that's why they might still do Defenders.
No.
Because they can
And
still
it's
pull
supposed to
from
be like
what
a
they
super-
have.
you really think I don't?
It'll be like a
Maybe they'll go.
super-
They've got a bunch of other teams right
Because
now,
now,
so why
And
not?
because
then if
think
you
about it,
break
now
the
they have
law,
a chance to
she
redo
beats
it
you
and
up.
make it better, right? 'Cause
Yeah,
they kinda-
exactly.
They kind of messed up on the Netflix one, so they're like, okay, well, we want to scrap that one, and kind of bring it in. Like even though they're using certain characters, Still, I think anyway they're gonna.
And it's
they might.
Bruce Banner will be in it.
It's a possibility.
To have a couple cameos in it.
Not saying
So-
it's guaranteed.
So you just hit on something that's important to what we're talking about. This with everyone crossing over and the show's coming, is that Bruce Banner is going to be in there as well as Professor Hulk.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, if you're watching the post credits and stuff, like depending on which one you're watching,
Maybe doing
when he's human, it's
I
important.
think they kind of already do it with
Mm-hmm.
Thor,
What?
Ragnarok, Planet Hulk. Like they kind of
Sort
spoiled that storyline.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna get Planet Hulk now because they already brought him back to Earth. He's now Professor Hulk, so he's not wrecking stuff uncontrollably
Because
anymore.
that would have happened. That would have happened when he left.
Yeah, Planet Hulk is when the the Avengers go, all right, you've wrecked too much shit. You can't be here, and they exile him.
Yeah, I know.
And then, so the exile was him leaving on his own. And it's like, because they couldn't paint the Avengers to be that horrible that they sent Hulk away. Hulk's too popular of a character.
No, yeah.
So they had to be Hulk recluding himself. And instead of doing an entire planet, they're like, well, let's just send him to Sakaar. Like, they need access to Sakaar. They got to do Beta Ray Bill. They got to do a whole bunch of other Easter eggs in there. So, yeah, that's why we're never going to get Planet Hulk now unless we get a flashback of his time there. Because I got to wonder, does Professor Hulk have the Hulk's memories?
I would think, yeah, because I feel like, because remember, he was saying like they
Meaning
came to the agreement and they talked about it. Remember, he said they talked about stuff.
Yep.
So I would assume that in his mind and when they were discussing, because that's what they were doing. But I feel like at that point they're actually like, yeah. So I feel like, because remember he said that when the Hulk takes over, he sees stuff, but there's nothing he just can't control it. Like Hulk is in the
He
Hulk
also
is in the
says in
driver's
that
seat
one
of
that like he was gone completely. Like I was in the trunk. I had no access.
So
he
then,
said it was
I guess
more
I
like
guess
he was
I guess
sleeping.
I guess it's like variations of it. I guess when it comes
Well,
to it,
he
because
said
like when
that
it's
was
like
a
when it's
special case.
but I feel like that was more so when it comes to like when he said they had the talk and when they came to that balance, that's when they're able to know each other.
I would like to see if the walls break down completely to the. Oh, again, we're talking hypothetically inside.
Well, that would be an interesting movie.
Well, yeah,
Next-
maybe
next-
we'll get
next
a little more of
Maestro,
that.
that'd be an interesting movie.
Well, maybe we'll get a little more of that storyline when we get She-Hulk.
Maybe
Okay.
that'd be cool.
Because we're going to see him transform back and forth. We're going to see his laboratory, the Gamma Lab. So, you know, she chooses to
Do you
be
remember the Gamma One?
She-Hulk entirely.
No,
you
He's like
think
the
he sets
professor?
it up that way?
And he's
He
doing
gives her the power?
experiments in the Gamma
Well,
One?
okay, so in the comic
Well-
book, she has cancer.
when I was a kid,
They
it
use
was,
a bone marrow transplant to save
there
her,
was a bomb.
but it gives her the powers.
and he was
Yeah, because
shooting
I don't know
But
himself.
she
how
chooses-
she became She-Hulk. I actually don't even know that.
I thought it was she gets it from Bruce Banner when he gives her the COVID vaccine. She develops it from that.
Here we go.
No,
Zach's just.
it's just what I heard.
He's
I'm
pulling some
probably wrong.
Zach biz.
That'd be an interesting modern day storyline for it.
Well,
Like they just say, yeah, that's how she got it. She got it from the vaccine.
Alrighty.
I always thought it was a blood transfusion.
It is.
yeah.
Okay.
It's blood or bone marrow,
Yeah.
whatever.
That's
Because
where
she
you
has
get
cancer.
Yeah,
Which
make
it would be
safer.
weird if they do that. Because
I thought it was like an accident. Like she gets in a crashes her motorcycle or something. She needs blood.
Oh, okay. Yeah, maybe. Oh, wait, no. I'm because it's Jane Foster that has cancer. That's why she has to become Thor. But every time she stops being,
she ends up being dying, and that's when
Jane
he's
Foster.
Like,
You mean Natalie
Portman,
Portman
yeah.
or
yes,
Queen Amidala? Yeah.
yes.
Sorry.
When's Thor coming out, Ryan?
We got Thor coming out in July.
Yeah, that's that. You now must memorize every release date. I want you encyclopedia level, so I can we're just gonna keep going. Like, all right, what date's this again?
And that's Thunder and Love or something.
Love
Yeah.
and Thunder. yeah.
Love and Thunder, sorry, yeah.
The
And
Gore
then
story.
May is the one we're all waiting for. Doctor Strange
Oh,
and
yeah.
Multiverse.
Can't wait for that.
Thor should pick up from, again, spoilers for the Eternals. Thor should pick up from the post-credit scene in some way where the Ebony Blade is calling from Blade, the character, to Dane.
And
Whitman.
Blade's gonna be in the Marvel movie. Yeah,
I love those old Blade movies.
they are good. Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds is a beautiful man.
He's gotten to be so many cool characters and properties, and
Right.
movies and stuff.
Jesus.
Okay, I don't want to talk about his movies tonight. Last week, I accidentally defended fucking Green Lantern for about a half hour.
Yeah.
Well, it was
You
more
did.
just
You really
justifying
did.
me saying it wasn't that bad.
Excuse me.
I rewatched it really high at like 3 a.m. a couple months back, and I went, or about a year ago, and like honestly, the card, like if you just take it, like if we stop putting the inflection of the MCU and all of these other properties on it, and just go, is it a fun movie? It's Ryan Reynolds being Ryan Reynolds, and he makes a car fly over everything on a
See,
Hot
like,
Wheels
Drew's-
track. Like
That's how I feel too, Drew. Like, nah, it's inexcusable.
nothing.
Yeah.
All right, man. I can be alone in the fact that I think this one property isn't as bad.
But I
as
am gonna
everyone
try and
says.
rewatch it because it's like, why not? And
It's
I'll,
just fun.
I'll see if I enjoy
It's like
it.
it's like saying Twilight's great.
It's like saying
No, I would never say
you
Twilight.
should all
Great.
watch the Kingdom version.
Now wait, let me tell a story. Because
because
I will never say
I
something's
don't
this
know
bad
why
and
you
have
do
this much hatred for it unless I have actually taken the time to watch it.
Oh.
I'm not willing to go on pop culture alone. So I had a roommate and she had her wisdom teeth.
Wait a second. So then you have to watch Slender Man to hate if that's true. Because you hate on it so much.
But I've watched enough on it. Like I've watched enough of the lore. No, I don't mean just on the movie. I mean on the lore of Slender Man on the internet, like the actual thing. I don't feel I need to watch a movie on it as well.
You just don't want to watch the movie.
Yeah.
Not at all.
See,
So
yes.
anyways, my roommate had her wisdom teeth taken out, and I said, "What do you want to do?" And she's like, "I want to do a Twilight marathon." I'm like, "Well, fuck, all right, cool." So we kept her very high, and I ended up watching 2 or 3 of them.
How were they overall?
Garbage.
Yeah, they were pretty
The
bad.
reveals are horribly set up. Nothing's
Twilight.
hidden.
I haven't watched them.
I mean, like, there's a handful
You should
of
watch it.
bloody
No.
battles that are really
kidding.
cool, but
No.
then they retcon them with it was a dream.
So I've watched
And I'm like,
reviews.
what the fuck is going? So no idea
I know
what's going
about
on
that.
in time.
I've watched reviews of all of them.
However, the bus scene in the truck or whatever, when he actually stops it dead, and then, like, I'm like, that was a good fucking scene. It's the only scene where either of them emote at all. She shows some emotion in that one moment, and I mean, I feel like they made a whole franchise off one fucking scene. Like someone said, wouldn't it be cool if a vampire stopped a bus like Spiderman? And like, yeah, let's do that. And wouldn't it be cool
Or
if they sparkled?
Superman. Or
No, let's not do that. No, they're gonna sparkle, and that's where it all went wrong. But yeah, so I watched it, and like the baseball
It does
scene's
sparkle.
kind of neat too, just to imagine
I've
these
seen clips of
infinitely
it.
powerful beings just playing ball the way they could.
Yeah.
So like we remember in Spider-Man where he talks, or in Civil War when Spider-Man's like, I couldn't play football before, so I shouldn't now.
I started. I'm 3 episodes in. No,
But like, I wouldn't be like that. Like if I could go do that, I'd be like, I'm gonna go be
it's
the
actually
best.
pretty decent. Sorry.
I
I just realized, how could the
but yeah,
Avengers?
so I talk too much anyways. If someone's
How
not
could
taking
the
care.
Avengers, when they hang out at Starks or Schwarm or whatever, they need to see where they're playing basketball or something and going crazy.
Yes, like, and that's what this scene is, and like I'm giving you the only
Like
2 good
superpowers playing
points
basketball.
in 5
While they're
films.
hanging
Okay, I mean there's
That'd be cool.
3 minutes of footage in 5 fucking films that is worth watching. So by no means am I defending
yeah.
the franchise. I'm telling you that there's 2 scenes in the entirety that, well, a third one, but I hate the fact that as soon as it didn't actually happen. So there's 3 scenes
I
worth
like
watching.
I like the transition, like the wolf transition.
You've seen them all?
I'm not gonna lie to you. I think I've seen them all. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I haven't seen any.
I have.
Kids and a wife.
Right.
Right, and
So,
that's
by
that's
all
okay.
means, by all means, I've seen it. But yeah, like honestly,
Oh, I could talk garbage about this fucking film all
you know
day.
what it is? It's like
I
a
hate
lot
it
of it.
more
A
than
lot of it
Rings.
was like because the books were so popular and around the time. I feel like that's what made it like, you know what I mean? Like they like pushed it further than it actually.
For sure.
Let me ask
You
you
know what I
this:
mean?
Have you
So-
seen?
It's called young adult porn.
Have you
It
guys,
is.
both of you, have you seen 50 Shades of Grey?
Absolutely not.
So my wife read
Not
it,
me.
and every time we had a party while she was reading it, I'd go into the bedroom, grab it, and randomly pick a paragraph, read the paragraph, show that it doesn't even make grammatical sense, and
Which
put
it
the book
doesn't,
back
yeah.
away. and be like, just admit you guys are reading porn. I don't care, but at least we watch and read porn. And I think I'll give it credit for one thing. Without 50 Shades of Grey, I think Pornhub wouldn't be as popular as it is now.
I agree.
It opened up a lot of women to porn because it wasn't smut at the grocery store. It was a top selling.
But you've seen all the Twilight movies, and I've heard 50 Shades of Grey is basically that story, but a billionaire instead of a vampire.
So what I'm saying is I watched the movies because my wife read the books.
I was just thought maybe you would have seen it too with your wife. Because maybe, it seemed every woman was into it at some point.
My wife read all the books and loved them. We watched the first movie, and she's like, I can't do this. This is horrible.
I heard the female actress is pretty wooden and terrible.
Oh, yeah, it's Twilight. Like, it has all the worst parts of Twilight. They went, hey, what didn't work in Twilight? Like a chick that can't emote? Yeah, let's do that. So, yeah. And, I'll watch anything once to see if there is value in it.
Slenderman?
Sure, send me a copy. Like, I don't, it's an hour and a half of my life.
He actually said he'd watch.
Whatever. Like, if you just have to understand that I will dedicate
The Boys. Yeah,
I will dedicate to. How long is Slenderman?
No, it's just an average movie, and you'll
seriously. How long is Slenderman?
Probably an hour and a half.
Okay, so that means I will dedicate 3 hours to slashing it. Meaning I'll probably watch it 10 fucking times just to be able to tear it apart.
But you can, because it's terrible.
But this is just like watching The Roof or The Door or whatever. The Room. Like
yeah, with Tommy Wiseau.
Or watching Weirdo's version.
I think Tommy Wiseau's Room has value just because of the bizarreness of it. Slenderman's just a mediocre scare.
I didn't say it would be before The Boys. Just I'm currently watching a series that Zach suggested, and after I'm done that one, it might be The Boys.
Wait, what is that?
Mr. Robot. You talked to us last week. But I mean, now Zach and I are bargaining on shows. Wait, what show are you supposed to watch? We figured this out, and I gave you a show, and I'm watching mine. We picked one of the ones you were wanting to watch off my list.
Should I watch? Let me give you 3.
I got to pick this only because he actually picked mine.
Or 4, actually.
And I said pick Mr. Robot or Boys. And guess which one he picked?
Why'd you pick Mr. Robot?
Because I would tell you why. Because it's one of my favorite shows, but also he just finished Preacher, so you have the same actor.
He wanted me to have some sorbet, but instead he's driving me insane.
Cleanse the palate.
I might not come out the other side of watching this TV show.
Oh man, and you're still in season 2. It's
I know.
Like, oh my god, you're gonna lose your mind. Being a bell tower.
Oh yeah. Let's not talk about that live on air yet. So yeah, give us the picks, and I will pick this one.
So should I pick out of Good Place, Utopia's 100, Dirk Gently?
Oh, I picked Utopia. I remembered as you picked it. I picked Utopia.
Utopia is the one with
Paul Rudd?
No, Dwight.
Dwight Schrute.
Dwight Schrute, yeah. And honestly, you'll never see him as Dwight Schrute again.
It's about his beet farms or something.
Utopia is
definitely not about. It's definitely not about. I know exactly what it's about.
It's beet farms and Battlestar Galactica.
It's about a comic book. It's about a comic book. That's about a comic book.
Yeah, I know. About a comic book.
Wait. It's about a comic book?
It's about a comic book.
They don't tell me anymore.
No. Utopia is totally worth watching. It's one of the best. And it came out at such a brilliant and ironic time.
It has John Cusack, right?
Yeah.
Oh, right, it does. He is totally vanilla in it compared to Dwight Schrute.
Yeah, he is.
Like, Cusack does his role, and he does it well, but he just doesn't stand out.
He's not a beet farm billionaire.
Well, he does stand out. I just forgot he was in it, so I guess he doesn't stand out like it. But Dwight Schrute's definitely the standout. Like, oh my god, you did so well. And I don't want to hype it up too much, so we'll shut up about it. You'll do Utopia, and then I think the next series we trade, I'll probably pick Dirk Gently or The Good Place because there's so many philosophy questions that I want to talk to you about. And I'm shooting myself in the foot because I want you to watch Dirk Gently, but The Good Place is too conversational to not rewatch. And I've been looking for an excuse. Have you watched it? What? The Good Place? No. Oh, when we get to the next one, we should all watch it.
Does that one have Paul Rudd?
No.
Paul Rudd's on the TV show.
Yeah. It's where that blonde chick dies.
I know. Okay, no,
and then this is all the first minute and a half, and she fakes being someone else. That's all I'm saying. And she's in heaven being someone else. And then from there, antics.
You used to watch Dead Like Me, right?
Every episode,
Yeah.
love it all. Rube is one of the greatest characters. They did a movie, and she was whiny
Frankie?
50% of this show. Like, I loved her a lot of the time, and then she was just whiny a lot.
Did you watch Dead Like Me?
No, I don't think so.
About Grim Reapers.
It sounds familiar.
There's a girl, she got killed by a toilet seat
They
that
have-
fell from space.
They have waffles every morning, and they get their assignments to go reap.
They have to go get a soul that should
Have you
be
seen
in
this?
heaven or
I
hell.
saw it.
Dead Like Me.
No. I haven't seen it.
And it's this girl, and she's
Is it
like,
the main
I don't
guy?
know.
The main guy is
Main
The
guy.
first episode
he
season of
plays
CSI.
He plays Morgan, right?
No,
In
he plays the guy that leaves the first season of CSI.
Yeah.
And he's also from Princess Bride.
I'm sorry.
My name is Anton. What is my
Oh
name?
my god, it was no,
Yeah, yes,
it
it
wasn't
is.
him.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
no.
Rube is. You killed my father. And now I will kill you.
Oh,
I forget.
No.
And no, I didn't finish watching it. I did. I found it.
Yeah.
I didn't like it.
Oh really?
Yeah. Oh, true. Man, why would you tempt them like that? You know what they're gonna do. All right. Well, Drew called it, so we got a bongo time.
I didn't do anything.
Everyone should follow Drew. I'm gonna play a lot of Spider-Man.
Yes, Spider-Man is a great game.
You didn't love it?
Hey Drew, I bought a PS5 the other day,
Yeah, right.
You did?
and then I gave it away.
You're lying.
No, I'm not. Somebody. I went to Adam's
Oh.
Best Buy to pick it up for someone else.
Well,
So
I could buy one through Adam right now if I wanted. Well, through
should,
someone.
because it's a great system.
I'm not needing anyone.
It's a great system. You should get it.
I just want to buy a PS4
Yeah, I
with
just wanna
VR and Rick and Morty.
No,
I want no other game. Well, maybe Spider-Man because that's also VR.
Spider-Man's pretty good. And Spider-Man, you can play on PS4, so that
Yeah,
works. That works.
Those are the two.
I want to play Spider-Man. That's what I want.
On
So you
VR?
get
go to
PS5.
PS4.
So get PS5.
You already have a PS4, just
No.
I
PS5.
can't afford to get a system right now just to play one game.
but you can get Spider-Man for PS4.
Yeah.
I don't have a PS4.
I thought you did.
I have a PS3.
Oh, me too.
Yeah, so
Yeah, me too.
I've been thinking about playing God of War again on it. I have a
God of War's
collection.
nice. Well, you
There's
talk
a
about
new
the
one coming.
Yeah, you talk about the new one. Yeah, Ragnarok's coming out. Yeah,
Well, like in a few months, right?
I
the
mean,
New Year,
I love the God of War.
Wait, February.
games.
Jan?
what game can we play online together? Because
That
you have a
Marvel
PS3,
Alliance.
don't you?
Yeah.
So all we have to do is you have a PS3, don't you?
Do you have to pay for PSN to play?
Okay, but what
multiplayer?
game? Whatever game it is, most likely I can still probably play it on my PS5. To be honest, depending on.
I thought PS
Depending on
didn't
what it
do
is.
backwards
It's
compatible.
the Xbox that fucked it up this time.
It's well, PlayStation now has
Marvel
games.
Alliance.
Marvel Alliance.
Oh, I wonder if you can just play with the
Let me see.
PlayStation Pass.
1 second. I think I could.
Yeah, you
I
can
could,
just download
They might
I could
not
check
have the
right now.
same
I'll check
thing.
right now. Actually, I'll see if in the PlayStation.
Do you have both passes?
Which
Because there's a PlayStation Pass now, isn't there? That
PSN?
works.
the
like
PSN, but they're about to make it's called codename Spartacus. They're gonna make it like Game Pass, so they're gonna have 3 tiers. Obviously, the third tier is
Oh.
the highest, and then you're gonna be able to play like PS1 games,
This
PS2
one
games, PS3
sucks.
games, which kind of sucks what they're doing. in line.
subscribe your life away.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and then when they lock you into digital ID, it'll
Gee.
be customized for each person, so you'll get a better deal than him or different.
Jesus, we really are working towards Ready Player One, like the dark side of Ready Player One.
Yep, I was
I've seen this for 20
literally
years,
saying that
yeah.
the other day. Like
They're gonna
literally
steal all
not-
your coins. Though.
yesterday, I was saying
You
that.
collect all your.
Yeah, that's a
20 years.
possibility at some point.
Because like we already have mining camps in like China, right? Where you can like, wait, we're talking digital mining. I mean, like you can hire someone to,
Gold farmers.
yeah, play your WoW account
Gold
for
farmers. Yeah.
8 hours a day for a week when you're not playing, or yada yada yada, right? So I mean, we're already that close that if you got into bad enough debt, I'm sure you could just get into a network of things to play those to like work off some of that. Like, I mean, like I actually see a perfect path to Ready Player One now. VR is ready for it. The accessories are ready for it. The interconnective game systems by subscription are ready for it.
The
And the debt
metaverse
will
is
come.
now. With Mark Zuckerberg.
Or it'll be another VR bubble that'll burst just like it did in the 90s, just like it did in the early 2000s, and just like it did about
The thing
4
is,
years
it's going
ago.
to catch on at some point, and I think the technology is basically there.
Yeah.
And people need an escape, and this is like just the perfect way.
I got a little worried when Oculus Rift got so cheap.
Is this you go into VR?
As soon as my body starts failing me, my life's gone into VR. I'll be living in my Minecraft world. And it'll be dangerous.
I mean, all you have to do is buy a Tesla, and then you can still hang out with people and spend a lot of time in VR world.
I'm just saying,
Right? Like you can put on your headgear and sit down in your car and go to Barry's, and you get to play for 45 minutes or
I'm
an hour
thinking more when
because
I'm
the Tesla
70
road
and
that's dedicated between Newmarket and Barrie takes a little longer because you only do 70 kilometers an hour for sensors easy, but you don't have to drive, so you can play in your VR the whole time.
I don't plan on doing VR till I'm like 70, and it hurts to even stand up.
I want to do VR next week if I could find a PS4 for a reasonable price.
What's that?
You're in a car?
Oh yeah, now
Well, once
they
you don't
upped
have to
them now.
drive.
Now
I
they're
can't
trying to
wait
find
till you
PS5.
get
self-driving
chips.
Because
cars.
PS5, so
Yeah.
now they.
That's the one thing I did like for the
before you could
park
at least
when he
found
just
one
was
for
lying
100.
back down. And
No, I figure
like the everyday person.
not-
I mean, though.
Well, between
I'm always
200
Well, they
Yes,
can
yes.
take out all the things like steering wheels
Makes
and
sense.
the need
Makes
to
sense.
have
Makes
seats
sense.
even facing forward. So you can have like a
Yeah.
party car.
so. As we were just talking about all those horrible films, I'm going to bring it all the way back to I think Twilight Batman might actually produce a good movie.
I mean, it's not like I won't give it a chance. It's Batman.
What if it becomes it's the best Batman and everybody's favorite?
It's not going to.
I'll wait to see the reviews,
I
though.
could though.
I'll
Like,
wait to
why
see the
wouldn't I?
reviews. I'm not going opening night. So first weekend, they'll say it sucks, or hey, you know what? This was actually pretty good, like the new Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
I enjoy it. Well, I don't know. I haven't seen the Ghostbusters
Yeah,
yet.
I guess it is just
Yeah.
No, but
Yeah.
you've heard everyone say, you know what? This one's actually kind of good, right? Oh, that's what the reviews have said.
Oh, well,
Like, it's not the world's funniest movie ever, but way to go. Good movie.
well, Paul Rudd's kind of funny, so I figured it'd be all right. So I figured it wouldn't be too
Oh, if we go Sunday, we have to see it regularly.
bad.
No additives. We can't do DVX. You can't do 3D. You can't do any of the extra stuff. You have to do it in just regular seating.
Is that because those are all pre-sold or something?
No, it's because they don't start doing that stuff until 7.
Well, that's
Oh.
annoying.
So all 4 viewings before 7 in the afternoon Sunday are that. But wait, that party's in the afternoon, so it end early. And we could go to a late night Sunday, like just hit the latest show on Sunday. Thoughts?
Oh, I don't care. I'll just go.
I'm open.
show up
I got,
whatever.
I'm good. I'm
Latest show
good.
Sunday.
Well,
I'm sure.
Okay, cool. If you'd like to join us, I don't know which theater we're going to. And we won't be live before then, but we'll be at one of the ones in Barrie. Probably Cundall's, because it's the closest to all of us, except for our shops. And so it doesn't really matter. No one, I don't think, is still watching us anyways. And I think we're going to get close to wrapping it up, guys. Unless
There's always a few people watching.
Very true. Unless there's anything else anybody wants to add to this evening's festivities.
okay.
Well, while we think about that, I'm going to play another one of our videos that we cut for our sponsor, Mad Dab Labs.
Kids know the cat is on the run. He robbed the bank with a fake gun. Now he's running from the law to save his hide and save his cause. Kids know the cat
So yeah, we're back. We're back.
Talking about vigilantism.
Yes. Yeah.
Ray wants
Oh,
to
so
mark-
speaking of which,
Ray
did
wants
you
to
know-
arcade his one?
So you know Garth Ennis, Preacher, The Boys.
Mhm.
Did you know he also did I think he did a Punisher run. Like, a limited series.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. Because I've been reading his other comics. Cross, man, it's about zombies who torture and rape. It's like disgusting, and like they're killing children and doing everything horrible you can imagine on these spreads. And it's by Garth Ennis. You know how
Crazy.
Oh.
All right, and we're back.
like there's a whole ton of them, eh?
Listen up.
Yeah.
And
How to get that
Like, it's
James guy to
the
like
most
that.
unbelievable, disgusting stuff I've ever
You gotta send that to me so I can actually look into that. Because I haven't seen that one.
like
No,
it's
but yeah, his stuff is pretty.
disturbing
Have you seen it, Mike?
scenes
It's
that have
just
been burned
pretty-
into my brain.
No, I am still watching Young
But I love it.
Justice and
Yeah, I'm
Mr.
currently-
Robot.
Season 3, because it's season 3, right? That's the latest one.
Of what?
Of what?
Injustice.
4.
Okay, so I'm still on season 3. So I'm season 3, episode 26. I think I'm a couple episodes away from season 4.
I'm season 2, like episode 7. Because season 1's only like 16 episodes.
Yeah, because like I blew through like all this stuff. I'm like, 'cause I was one of those people like I watch Injustice and it's like, shh, it's done.
The problem is I keep falling asleep and it'll go like 4 episodes ahead, so I gotta keep going back and watching
Yeah.
it again.
I watched season 5 of Eric Andre last night.
Which?
Just a few episodes.
Eric Andre?
Yeah, I love that show.
Mm-hmm. He has like interesting humor though, right?
He's a little painful.
It's surrealist, absurdist humor that
Yeah.
doesn't make sense. And he does pranks and
Oh my god. Have you guys seen Smash yet?
no, don't know what that is.
Sunday morning. Sunday
Acronym?
morning all-star hits.
No.
It is this fucking weird, surreal. Okay, does everybody remember like the late 80s, early 90s Sunday morning cartoon things where they'd always have like a kind of a host in between the shows that made very corny bad jokes and they were
Kinda,
very
yeah.
excited, like they'd maybe like it still happens now on YTV and stuff.
Yeah, they had top
So
hosts
this
for morning. set.
this is one of those, and they have these weird cartoons and these weird, but it's totally not like,
and it's modern.
oh yeah, like it's brand new. But like one of the cartoons, and as much as I've seen it so far, involves
I'm feeling it.
a dinosaur that's supposed to be like everybody's buddy, but like he is just clearly showing a million signs of massive depression and like existential crises, and they just keep skipping over
But
it.
what is this the filler between?
That's what I'm telling you, that this is the show. So then
Oh,
it stops, that cartoon stops, and then the two guys are like, hey man, what are we doing in a high school? And like high schools are finally cool. They open up a locker and there's a TV in there, and then they talk about the next show, and then the next show starts. Like it's literally every episode is, instead of the cartoons being 22 minutes long,
that's what I was gonna ask.
they're like
a few
2
minutes.
3 minutes
Yeah, yeah.
long, and then an interlude, and then 2 3 minutes
So it's
long.
a short version of that. So the episodes,
But
could be-
all really fucking weird.
And
is
what
it good?
called?
Weird?
It's on Netflix. Yeah.
What's
Like
it
it's
called?
surrealist and
It's
fucked
called
up. It's called Smash.
Sunday morning.
Saturday morning all star hits. So SMA, like it's S.M. and it is weird.
It's new.
Yeah, just came out on Netflix a couple weeks ago.
But is there a point to it, or is it just weird for the sake of weird?
No, like it's, well, the point to it is that it's mocking that, and like this. I don't know if there's a point. I'm only through the first episode. Like, I barely got through the first episode, but it's weird. But I think it's going to keep going down. Like, I think eventually you're going to get to the back end of it and see production and see weird background stuff as well.
Something cool like the wall from Solar Opposites.
Yeah, hoping.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Saturday morning all-star smash, all-star hits.
All star. Yeah.
TV.
Have you seen Solar Opposites?
No, just
It
one
is
episode.
weird.
Just one episode.
That's right.
It was just it felt like a crueler Rick and Morty.
Totally. All right. Earlier this week, our good friend Ryan from Wake and Bake with Ryan starred in a little video, and we're going to show that to you right now.
I like to wake up to Chocolate Bombs by Skeleton Crew. When I wake up in the morning, this is what I like to wake up with. Mr. Wake and Bake, Happy Bongos, and Chocolate Bombs by Skeleton Crew.
All right, we're back. So Hawkeye was a great episode. I don't feel like we've gotten all the way through to the end, although we keep skipping to the end. After this, really like it's the conversation at the memorial, like that was a little heartfelt. That pulled on some Avengers heartstrings, did it not? A little sad that Natasha's gone, or at least they're trying to make us feel that way.
I was just trying to remember another scene, and I'm messing it up with Dexter, which is a great show right now.
I think you're the only one watching it though.
The
Here,
new
here.
one? The new
personally.
one?
Yeah,
Yeah, no.
6 episodes. 6 episodes in, I'm loving it. I can't wait for. Oh, today's Wednesday. Oh, I think it might be out today. Oh, I hope so.
What is out today is Riverdale,
Yeah.
which is now Rivervale, which is really weird.
Yeah.
Are you watching?
I haven't watched last week's
Oh,
or this week. So I
Is
gotta
there
watch
like
last week. I
vampires
watched
in
it.
this show?
so what is the? I
It's
don't
like
want to spoil it for you. Never mind.
No, it's Archie, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's Archie.
But is there vampires?
No.
No.
Oh,
super.
please.
So it's not. It's,
Yes, once
It's
as this. Like,
you know what it is. It's one of those like it's like something weird's going on. Oh
Some-
yeah, it's a monster. It's like it's not really.
Some recurring
It's like a-
character that
no. So
The joke is
sometimes
they're a
it's
vampire.
anthology, sometimes it's
Yeah,
standalone, sometimes it's big arc, and you never know what you're watching.
Yeah.
So
it
if
gets
there's
weird.
vampires, you're like, oh wow, they're introducing vampires. Oh no, this is a dream world.
Yeah.
And right now they're kind of in one of those.
They're in like a reverse Riverdale. It's
And I'm
Twilight
really-
Zone version of
Yeah,
Riverdale.
where like Jughead is now narrating, and Jughead's really good. And like, I think they picked a great
Yeah.
him. Well, it'd be awesome if they were still sharing like if there's 2 Jugheads.
But now they look different, so they can't.
Yeah.
You can tell who's
the
who.
Sproul brothers.
The Sprout brothers. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know who they are.
Sproul. Sproul.
Sprout. I think Sprout.
Sproul.
Something like that.
Zach and Cody.
Sweet Life?
Sweet Life, and
Sweet Life, Zach and Cody.
I don't know what
the
that
ocean
is.
one.
Sweet
Wow.
Sweet Life on Deck.
When I used to come home from work
I don't know what it
and
is.
hang out with my
Disney
niece,
Channel kids.
she used to watch it.
They were Disney Channel kids.
I watched it with my niece all the time, and I got to admit, man, it was like
It was good times, man.
Saved by the Bell for my niece's generation.
Yeah, like it was good. It was good.
They had a Paris Hilton character in it, and
Which is funny.
she was horrible.
Brenda Wong, which I literally just found out. I think it was like a couple weeks ago.
Brenda Song?
Brenda Song. Sorry.
She was on Eric Andre. I watched her episode.
It's
last
so
night.
weird. I'm not sure she was married to Macaulay Culkin.
What?
Yes.
Oh,
They're
wait, I didn't know that.
married.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Really?
what?
Macaulay Culkin.
Yes,
Culkin?
yes, Macaulay Culkin.
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 Macaulay
Or-
Culkin.
Or is it?
Because
or
it's
is it-
Macaulay.
Yeah, it's
Macaulay
Macaulay
Culkin.
Yeah, Macaulay Culkin.
I'm still too high for that.
Macaulay.
Macaulay Culkin.
No, it's Macaulay.
Yeah, the first
Macaulay
the middle
Culkin.
name.
Culkin.
The full thing in the middle.
But that's why I say Macaulay Culkin. Because either or is right.
It's Macaulay, Culkin.
Yes.
Makes sense.
But
Makes sense.
it said Macaulay Culkin.
Mongo
That's what they would have you believe.
Mongo McCulkin. Mongo McCulkin.
Macaulay, Culkin.
The Culkin conspiracy. You
All
heard
right.
it here first.
Macaulay squared, Culkin
You
squared.
pulled the bongo time. Smoke away. The promise is for 1, 2, or all of us.
I'm doing literal
you
factorization.
No, I'm really good.
of Macaulay's name, and you can go Macaulay squared, Culkin squared, or M2 C2.
C2.
Yeah. MCT.
Well, wouldn't you have to?
MCT.
No, it'd just be Macaulay to Culkin 2. Because
Yeah.
it's not just MC squared.
You
Oh my
can use
god.
a brief- Oh, we got.
Rich? What did you say?
Macaulay Culkin is all things.
He's MC squared.
I think he must have realized that by
Yeah,
now. He's
no,
pretty
no,
much-
No, I don't
definitely-
think he has. He's
No, I-
not.
Here,
science
here
guy.
first tonight. Make sure we save this one forever.
I will comment on one of the RLM videos with him in the future. If he appears, something about. I will
You'll
think up
make your
something
first
clever.
internet
that's funny.
comment.
Equals MC squared.
I've made one or two, mostly on band videos.
He is energy.
Yeah, that's what I was going to equate him to somehow. I'll come up with something super clever.
I want to put it on Facebook right now.
That's pretty wild.
Like, should we all be the first people to do this right now? Blast Facebook with it.
Got to get those social credit score points.
How do you say his name? I say it a lot and forget how to spell it.
Oh, it's insane. I don't even remember, and I'm decent at spelling. I always have to look it up. I think it's MAC.
Macaulay.
There we go. I spelled his last name correctly and could not get his first name.
Home Alone kid. He will forever be known as. Just like Sparkly Batman.
Is pure energy.
This one? No, I spoke of Culkin.
Culkin.
But you actually can't take the squared off the M
What is it?
so that you have MC squared.
C. Sorry, you said CUM.
Like, that's not how exponents work.
Good enough.
You can come up with some sort of factorization where you can have the term MC squared in there, but you'd have other terms that need to cancel it.
Sorry, I got really excited about that, and now it's on Facebook.
Oh, sorry. Just while on the subject of this nerdy stuff, I love again how Mr. Robot, everything you're seeing is how you would do it as a programmer.
Bungo time. I don't know. Is the stream just getting started when Ryan's falling asleep, or just ending? I don't think we've had any.
Just Drew's bongo time,
Which we did do.
as you can tell.
Yeah.
There's 12.
So Hawkeye, after he plays out Ronan, he takes.
I derailed
Kate.
that conversation with the Dexter comment. By the way.
Yes, he takes Kate back to Grill's
No,
house.
it's Deb. His sister is Deb. Dexter's sister's name is Deb, and his son's name's Harrison.
You do, yeah. I didn't. So Hawkeye takes Kate Bishop back to Grill's house, and we get the big reveal, the big dramatic moment of a cell phone picture. I commented to Zach right after I
You
watched it.
get so excited about this.
Really, I literally stood up, and then afterwards, I'm like, "Wow, this is just crack, cocaine, heroin." Like, it was a cell phone picture on a cell phone thrown across a table, and the whole world freaked out about Kingpin. We didn't even get an actual viewing of him. We didn't get a real picture. We got a camera angle of a cell phone picture.
It's like one of those rarely seen Epstein photos from someone's cell phone hidden somewhere.
Oh my god, I want to Photoshop Kingpin into an FC picture just to point out. But you know what? They'll probably try and sell him as sympathetic somehow.
You might be able to find a picture of D'Onofrio with Harvey Weinstein
No,
somewhere.
please.
Just because, they're in the industry at the top for a long
Very
time.
true.
There's probably a party where they were standing together. I'm going to find that for you.
Oh, that's getting way too
Kingpin
dark.
and Weinstein.
All right, Ryan seems to no longer be able to stay awake, so I want to thank you all for joining us. Ryan, is there anything
Nothing to do with
you want to say to the crowd?
crowd?
Guys, I think we should do a special edition movie.
Ryan, is there anything else you want to say to the crowd?
Happy bongos.
I knew he was going to say happy one. Good one.
Well, everybody, stay tuned and stay lifted. Thanks for joining us.